the meantime has been nice. This is Critical Leaks. We're glad to be back. Not strong enough. Welcome to all of my new friends. One of my more recent videos where we covered James Donald Forbes McCann did very, very well. A whole bunch of likes. I found it to be tasteless when I was rewatching the show and I left actual figures in the show. So I'm just going to say a lot of people saw it. There were more likes than I've had on any other of my live stream videos. And I'm very glad to have all of my new friends here. So, new friends, who are we covering today? Well, a little fella who goes by the name of Tim Stiefler. That's Timmy No Breaks. Timmy No Breaks. So, as always, first thing, we Google. I'll share some of my personal thoughts on Timmy No Breaks. But first, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of Googling. It's going to be a ton of fun. A ton of fun. Sorry, this reggae just gets me loosey-goosey. Timmy No Breaks is the stage persona of comedian Tim Stiefler, who gained viral fame through his chaotic and filterless appearances on Kill Tony podcast. Known for his, quote, no breaks energy and bizarre character work, Stiefler's style involves sharp improvisation and unconventional performances that keep audiences guessing. So, just like Tom, Dick, and Harry Everyman, the Everyman brothers, I was pretty stoked on Timmy No Breaks. I want to be really clear here because the last level 6, I got kind of mean. James Donald Forbes McCann, he came at us, and I fired back at him, but I fired back a little. I shot to kill, so to speak. I don't intend on that always being the case, but if a creator attempts to violate our right to fair use, well, in that case, yeah, sound bites. We're getting there. Anyway, so this is not going to be a scathing attack on Timmy No Breaks, probably. I'm trying to look at it as objectively as possible because part of me, a big part of me, is very much rooting for Timmy No Breaks, the character, and Tim Stiefler, the comedian. He has not been doing it for very long at all. I believe he, on one of his more recent podcasts, I think it was on Harlan, and we're going to go over a couple of his interviews just to give you some background. Little backstory for this character we're doing a bit of a profile on today. But he's only been doing it for like 3 years, which that alone is sometimes enough for comics to like hate a person. I'll cite Brendan Schaub. Because yes, the hatred that killed his career took place largely online. Reddit and YouTube, the Fighter and the Kid Reddit is obviously notorious for being a terrifying entity. And they absolutely killed that man's career, but it started at the top, so to speak. It started with the other comedians. Because they spend so many years honing their craft and perfecting their jokes, and, you know, then all of a sudden somebody shows up. They're either big, like Matt Rife, another great example. Matt Rife made it big on TikTok first, and comedians hated him for a while. They're coming around on him now. You know, you put your time in. I think probably the same thing would have happened with Schaub. Matt Rife is naturally funnier than Schaub, but I think if Schaub would have just stuck it out and taken his licks, he probably would have been okay. He's just not probably been bullied much in his life ever. because he was a heavyweight UFC fighter and a football player previous to that. So anyway, Timmy No Breaks, I imagine, has ruffled some feathers. But nowadays, we're in such an interesting era of comedy because I was listening to, I want to say it was Bradley Cooper on JRE, and Joe was describing what the comedy scene was like before the internet and the big podcast boom. And it used to be very against each other because you were competing for the same slots. You know, you were trying to get to either you were trying to do late night, or you were trying to be like a host of late night. So there was a lot more of a dog eat dog, comic eat comic nature to it. Then this podcast boom happened, and that sort of made everyone play nice. Because as Joe Rogan was saying on his show, it started like the bigger you get, the bigger I get. You know, he used some colloquialism I don't recall, but so because everyone's so insistent on playing nice with each other, I don't know that we're ever going to hear another comic come out and express any actual frustration with him. But you'll see in one of these clips we get into before we actually start reviewing the special, which I do think is probably premature, even given some of the things I've heard him say during interviews. Timmy No Breaks said during interviews, I think this special is definitely premature. I think he is trying to capitalize on his big moment. And I think that in concept, that's a good thing, but it can be so hard to do well. So this is him on Adam Ray's podcast. And if you've watched my videos on my channel, statistically you probably haven't, but I have a review of Adam Ray's comedy special, and I am not going to lie, I didn't even get through the first 10 minutes, and this was a written, scripted special. It's like a 40-minute video, probably. And the whole time, I'm just like, if he doesn't stop talking about blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm not a huge Adam Ray fan. And it's interesting because I picked this particular interview because he's done a ton of them. Timmy No Breaks has done a ton of them. But I picked this interview in particular because I think they are an interesting parallel. And I will explain what I mean after we listen to some of this.
For life. Homechef.com/ALN must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
You got to be an active subscriber to get his free desserts.
Back to the episode.
There's no free desserts in the House of Ray.
Wait, so the Timmy No Breaks character, I mean,
this is one of the few times during the interview that Adam is like able to force himself to pay attention to something that's not himself. Like, he does a great job 3 or 4 times of making sure he does an interview. And when he's interviewing, they're fine. He like asks follow-up questions. He does a pretty good job. But several times throughout this, he's just like, hey, yeah, that's kind of like me.
Give me even like the origin story.
Give me even like the origin story.
Yeah, origin story.
Yeah.
Good.
My boot scoot, my stewed bruise. I can't remember what that stupid bit was. Go watch the video I did because I make fun of him fairly roundly.
Good cue. I was at open mic with one of my buddies.
So what's Timmy No Breaks' backstory is what he's asking.
Timmy No Breaks character, I mean, give me even like the origin story.
Yeah, origin story.
Yeah.
Good cue. I was at open mic with one of my buddies. Shout out Al Berry.
Because you did stand up as yourself for.
This whole shouting people out with their full name, I do actually think is funny.
A little bit before you start.
Which is something that Adam in this interview says he is a proponent of.
Right away, were you doing a character on stage?
No, right? Like, when I first started, I took a stand-up class in San Diego, and I was doing weird shit. Like,
okay, so he's just Tim here. He's just doing Tim Stiefler. Now, if you've watched the other levels, you know that one of the big themes has been overexposure. And I will assuredly get into that. It's one of those, I'm considering getting into it now, but I'm going to save it for later.
My sense of humor, and then I like kind of got, like, they were like, you should be doing like stand-up, and then I wasted a lot of time trying to do just traditional stand-up, and then...
What were you talking about?
Just like...
Do you want to take a second?
Oh, ads. Thou art a plague. So, Tim is doing just regular old Tim Stiefler here, which I think is, I would call it a strange move, but I understand the motivations behind it.
What was I talking about?
Because frankly, I just don't. Timmy No Breaks on Kill Tony works like gangbusters, man. I loved when he came out. He turned the whole show's format on its ear. Even Tony gets behind him when he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Timmy. Whatever you say, Timmy. No breaks. You run the show now. I take orders from you." It's so funny. It's such a funny role reversal. Boom, you're gay. Like this character has all the depth it requires for these 15-minute appearances every now and again on Kill Tony. That said, I believe that is where the depth really bottoms out. He's crass, you know? That's like the character's bit. Hey, fuck you, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like he's a crass guy from Jersey who wears his jacket and sunglasses sometimes. And that's pretty much it. Like, he plays this character, you know, this character is like, I got a huge dick, but I prematurely ejaculate, and it's a 2D character, and that doesn't work so well in interviews because it just kind of comes off as shallow as it is. It worked so well on Kill Tony because it was formatted for Kill Tony, and frankly, in a lot of ways, makes a balloon animal of Kill Tony itself. Like, even when he does the, you know, and he talked about this in an interview, but there was one point where they did Kill Timmy, where they did like a role reversal thing. And Timmy goes over and sits on the panel, and, you know, he's playing Tony's role, and Tony goes and acts like a stand-up comedian. And Timmy No Breaks, you know, during the interview point, he goes, "What's the most interesting thing about you? Go." And that's really, really funny, you know. "Tell me your best joke in 15 years. Go." Because Tony does that to people. So again, the character Timmy No Breaks and Kill Tony worked perfectly. However, after he blew up, he got all these invites to go to all these different podcasts. And what the fuck would you do? But what would any of us do? You know, Lauren Compton hits you up. You know, Adam Ray's on the line. Like, "Hey, I need you to come check out my podcast." I'm working on my Adam Ray impression, which I think is ironic. Anyway, it would be ironic if I was Dr. Phil. Anyway, so you see this lack of depth. You really see the stitching in this character, especially for these long form interviews, and some of them, like, bits aren't really the thing. It's just supposed to be like, Lauren Compton's show, who I was just watching, her whole thing is like, "First date, baby." It's like they're on a first date, so they're supposed to be like interviewing, you know. And with Timmy No Breaks, it just really bottomed out fast. So I think that's why he's doing the Tim Stiefler version of himself. I think it's twofold. I think part of it's because there's really no legs on Timmy No Breaks. I like the character in the context of Kill Tony, but beyond that, I find it wanting. And two, I think he's doing the thing that character actors do, or like Adam Ray insists on doing, where he'll come on as a character. Who's the other fucking guy? Dunnigan. He'll come on as a character or as different characters, but then, like, make sure to do an appearance where it's just Adam Ray. Because you don't want to get him too hooked on your characters. And sure, maybe that's true. I don't know, showbiz. Maybe that's exactly what they should be doing. I do, however, think that Tim Stiefler is pulling that cord too soon. I think he's overexposing himself to us, and I think it kind of ruins the mysticism, as I've said before. steals the mysticism. It sort of ruins the magic of the business of show.
Being Jewish, a lot of Jewish stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, where'd that come from?
And I wasted a lot of time trying to do just traditional stand-up, and then...
What were you talking about?
The fact that he considers it a waste just trying to do traditional stand-up maybe is part of the problem, because he also has a background in improv, and he might go on to say that. Let's let Timmy talk.
Just like fucking... What was I talking about? Being Jewish, a lot of Jewish stuff,
Yeah.
which I have no connection to whatsoever. So I'm just talking about stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I would do like general observational comedy about random stuff. There's like...
He's chewing gum into the microphone, which I didn't notice until I had him on my big speakers, and it does upset me. I'm one of those people. If you chew with your mouth open next to me, I'm gonna be having some thoughts about you, and that is me at my best. I've spent years. When I was young, I used to just flip on people for it.
Like this menu at the cheap...
It does make me like people less, though. Yourself included, Stiefler. Again, I am going to continue to be as positive as I can, and as of now, I really do like this comedian and his character, Timmy No Breaks. I'm reminding myself, not you.
Cheesecake Factory called the Skinnylicious menu, and I was like, I had a bit about that.
How'd it go?
Like, just like so mid. So unbelievably mid. Yeah.
So you weren't happy doing that?
No.
Yeah.
And it wasn't great. And like, it was just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that this is part of the problem.
Yeah.
And then I started doing crowd work, because it was like, it goes better. My material was so bad that crowd work would just go better.
Crazy. I bet you're the first one to think of that. I'm sure there's not a whole generation of comics focusing on doing exactly that, because for a while it's how you went viral.
And so
I don't even think that's true. Last night even, I was laying on my floor, as you do, trying to go to sleep, and I see this video. Stavros Halkias does crowd work for 3 hours, and I was like, yeah, like Stavros. I've been going through kind of a Stavros phase, you know. His Mike from Red Bar seems to be healing. I hope he's feeling all right, my man. There's nothing to watch, so I'm getting into Stavros. And rewatching some of the old school pre-new studio Red Bars, but so I'm laying there on my floor, and I'm like, this could be fun. And I realized like 2 minutes into it, I'm like, fuck, I'm sick of crowd work, dude. Like Big J's special I reviewed, half of it I did either they or them, who's to say. It was a crowd work special. I enjoyed that. But I think I was working for this other channel, writing up scripts for Matt Rife clip videos, which, by the way, is like one of the worst writing jobs I've ever had in my life. It sucks so bad. Person I was working with was fine. A lot of British creators in the space, in the comedy community, comedy commentary community. Neither here nor there, just interesting. I think all of the channels I've worked for have been UK folk, whether they're from... Anyway, so I was writing Matt Rife clip video scripts, and maybe that got me over crowd work. Because literally it would just be like, you'd set up a clip, you know, this is 15 times Matt Rife, blah, 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 blah. I found out later that I was just helping this guy train his AI to be able to make them. Keep an eye out for that. Obviously, like, there's a ton of AI videos in every genre, but comedy commentary is, like, lousy with them, and unfortunately, I was part of the problem before I knew it. Look, I'm a broke guy. I was a broke guy. Obviously, you've all seen my Bet Sports Sweet Kings draft apps money. It's tons of it. Like, crazy loaded. Anyway, so him being like, well, my material sucked. I wasn't like good at writing, so I just did like crowd work, and that went like way better. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Not because I think Tim Stiefler's a bad writer. I've never heard him really write much of anything. He's an improv guy. He started at, I want to say, Groundlings or Second City or something. So like, full on College of Improv, motherfucker.
And like found myself again by just doing that and riffing.
Cool. And finding a joy for it.
Yeah, and riffing. See, and good for him. I don't think that that's bad or damning in any way. I think it's indicative of the era in which he was learning to do stand-up.
Right?
Yeah.
Because this would have been 2 or 3 years ago, at the height of the crowd work wave. I think it really splashed and crashed out in 2025.
That was so fun. It was so fun.
Which is another thing that I think is important for
Yeah, you
anyone
have to
starting
enjoy
out.
it.
It's like,
Yeah.
there's no rule book. So it's like doing a character, not doing a character, doing crowd work, whatever. I'm always still so wildly amused, is the word I'm going to go with, at people
You see what I mean? Here he goes. Let's hear about Adam.
that are shitting on people for, it's like, for example, people that, like Matt Rife just put out a Christmas crowd work special. It's so funny, man.
Yeah, but again, what are you gonna do? What's Adam? Think about the flip side of this coin. Sure, it's nice to hear him be nice, but what's Adam gonna do? Be like, Matt just put out this crowd work special and I fucking hated it. It's like, no, Matt's worth a lot of money to you and probably even more. He's genuinely bigger than Adam Ray already, I think. I mean, if we go ticket sales, I imagine Matt Rife blows him out of the water. Adam Ray's got his foot in the podcasting boat more, you know, because he has a thing with Jeremiah Watkins, stand up on the spot. He has the Dr. Phil, or had the Dr. Phil show. Anyway, so what was Adam gonna do? Be brave and say his actual thoughts?
Watched it.
That's scary to do.
I rarely watch anything top to bottom. He's a good bud. But also, I really like crowd
I'm
work.
not being sarcastic there. That is kind of scary to do.
Do it in my shows. Pride myself on being...
Yeah, you never know. Someone might jump in your comments and be like, oh, a fake Jack Black. I'll definitely subscribe. That made me laugh, man. If you're watching, well played.
pretty good at this point.
It's like, is he talking about me or James Donald Forbes McCann?
It's, and then bring it into my other character stuff.
I had to do a lot of self-reflection that day.
And it was...
Okay, we're going to go to the next clip. I can't sit here and listen to Adam Ray go on and on and on about his thoughts and feelings. Let's skip him over a little bit.
Them for... Or...
Yeah.
Or you want to do it and...
He's just still talking, and it's so funny because Adam Ray will do this where he's talking and talking and talking and talking and then realizes that he hasn't let his guest speak, so then he's like, and they kind of like, and then he'll jump right back in. Well, let me clarify a little bit more. It's highly indicative of prescribed stimulants.
You don't...
You know what I'm saying?
But you don't want to seem a way that you think... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's also, he's not always that way. He gets to be that way, like, how far are we in? Right around an hour. Where he's like, oh... You kind of see it start to set in for him, and then he just can't stop talking about himself.
Otherwise, there's no reason for you to shit on it. So at the stage,
I'm not unfamiliar with that struggle, by the way.
For you to make use of it however you want, like the rule I think that is consistent is like be funny.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh yeah, great fucking
to
observation.
keep doing it.
Adam.
You start doing.
I fast forwarded for a literal minute. And he was just going on.
It's really what just.
So I started we got me and my buddy cut a deal with a WeWork space basically to produce shows. So all we had to do was pay for a membership and a small office, and then we were able to produce shows.
That I think is the problem. Is Tim Stiefler just isn't interesting yet. He got very lucky, and that's very cool. And I am genuinely happy for the guy. I don't think he's handling it well. Let me explain what I think my ideal Timmy No Breaks would have been, and that's exclusive to Kill Tony for the next 2 or 3 years. And I know that seems like a long slog for someone that's been in the game for 2 years at the time. But it's like, every time he showed up, we would have been like, yeah! We were all like, Timmy No Breaks is on this one. Fuck yeah. Oh, kill Timmy, that's crazy. But he started doing all these podcast appearances, and he sort of Gogginsed himself. Where next time I see him on Kill Tony, I'm going to be like, oh, look. We've seen you do all the things now. Even you were like, how am I going to step up my next appearance when you were on Tim? Even you, when you were on David Lucas, were like, I don't even know how I'm going to step up my next performance. That was like your second one. And you're just going out and you're burning your material. Now he's talking about killing off the character. He's like, yeah, I think I'm done with it. It's like, well, you feel like you're done with it because you took it out of its element. You went and you took this alien life and you brought it back to Earth where it can't survive, my man. I think that the ideal, the ideal would have been stick to Kill Tony, remain exclusive for as long as you can. Blow the fucking doors off the place when you've got your material to do, because it's not like he'd be hurting for spots in Austin. It's like, I think he just wants to get on the road and like tour nationally, but like, aside from only having done stand-up for a very short amount of time, you've only been on Kill Tony for this long. It's like, learn from your predecessors, my man. Like, even Cam Patterson was on for a few years before SNL picked him up. Like, I just really putting the horse before the wagon here, Tim.
You called it high-rise comedy.
Because again, I don't think he's like a douchebag or whatever. Like, I don't think he's like a bad guy. I have no interest in like what happened to you in the last 2 or 3 years. Because when you interview someone that's been in the business for a decade plus, they've got some old stories and like, oh yeah, I used to run with blah 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 or so and I held the door for this guy. Didn't have any of that shit. He's just like, I'm like a pretty mild-mannered guy. I play this character on Kill Tony, and you've stolen all the magic from Timmy No Breaks.
It was on like the top floor. We just produced shit.
Anyway, so now we're gonna go listen to him talk to David Lucas. Now this came out like 6 months ago, so this was, I think, after his first appearance. I'm looking at the description of the video, and it is all plugs and all ads. Cornbread ham, Blue Chew. He's got, timestamps. That's pretty cool. David, you didn't do that. You lying, David. I fucking guarantee you didn't go through and timestamp in the description. You know what a drag that is? I don't even know what a drag that is. It's such a drag, I haven't tried it. Oh, and then there's a little bio for David. That's so weird. This is in your video description, not your channel. What the fuck? Yeah, David Lucas was born in Macon, Georgia. Why? You have nothing on Timmy No Breaks at all except for his IG. Okie doke. Anyway, this is Timmy No Breaks on David Lucas's Fishing with David Lucas podcast.
Gotta give something back. So the yes and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about improv. And Tim's so offended by this. Tim's talking about, like, I was in actual improv, like Groundlings and Second City and blah, 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 blah. And David's like, I never really got down with improv, but, like, I get it, though. Like, yes and, you know? And Tim's like, yes and, it's improv.
You haven't listened?
Oh, David. Ads. David Lucas.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be with that yes and, but I get the formula because it's like you get that and then it's like, all right, I gotta give something back. So the yes and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I feel you. That's so, to an improv guy, it's so disrespectful to go, I know how improv works. Yes and? I get the formula. Sure, you people spend years and years and years honing and refining this craft, but, like, it's yes and at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what everyone who's never taken an improv class, myself included, already knows about improv. You know it's pedestrian information because David Lucas is reciting it like it's insight.
But that's what I was doing. There's no money in it. There's like it's so woke, dude. You would hate it so much.
Woke. Oh, it's so woke, David. You would hate it so much. Now this is San Diego born Tim Stiefler. San Diego can be kind of hit and miss. Like you've got your like San Diego, I think, coined the archetype of the conservative surfer. And we're going to see a little bit more of that San Diegan sentiment. For Southern California, it's very conservative. For the rest of the country, I don't know enough about politics to remark on. But I will say, him being like, it's so woke, dude, you would hate it. Feels like pandering, Timmy.
Here, wait. So I did one improv show here, one.
Mm-hmm.
And before they started, they were like, no. Before they started the show, they were like, just so you guys know, we're performing on stolen land. So they did that. And then before we went out, they had like hey, is there anything off limits to any of you guys?
Just so fucking funny. I think he was expecting David kind of like rolled his eyes and snickered, but like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Coming from someone that doesn't have a dog in any of those fights, just in that, like, I'm not like a small bird or like a minnow. I'm like, I choose this side and we'll swim with you guys forever. I just like, everybody does it. This is the opposite of that. Like, what you're doing right now is just as cringeworthy as them being like, just so everybody knows, we're performing on stolen land. It's like, yes, that's fucking cringe, but like, it's just as cringe to make fun of that. Like, it's something ridiculous. Like, you all suck.
One girl was like, yeah, no cancer stuff.
What? You can't joke about cancer? What? Because her, like, family has it or she's struggling with it? God, it's comedy. Get over yourself. Legalize free speech.
And then in the back of your head, you're just like...
Well, now I want to talk about cancer.
Yeah, about cancer.
Okay.
Cancer. You can't, like, come out and be like, hey, you have cancer. Like, so...
What? They don't let you come out and make fun of a girl with cancer? Bro, that's not very comedy of them.
Oh.
I love when a guy says stuff like this, because then when I'm doing my critical Eakson thing, I don't have to feel bad, right? It's legalized comedy, boys. I should be able to say whatever I want. James Donald Forbes McCann, you love being edgy. These guys love edginess, right? It cracks me up. It's like, sweet. Thank you for saying that. You weren't allowed to make fun of the girl with cancer? Oh, well, it would be a shame if I'm not allowed to make fun of you.
They said we're performing on stolen land.
Yeah, and then
stolen land.
Pronouns, like you say your pronouns before.
Oh, pronouns. Oh, God, I hate that.
It's just, yeah, it's too...
Sometimes I feel like
it cracks me up. Oh, God. Again, it's just as cringe to roll your eyes at someone or to bring up in this way, like, oh, it made me say pronouns. It's like, you making fun of it is just as shitty. It's just on the other side of shitty annoyingness. We're sick of hearing all of you douchebags talk about this.
The wokeness is more in your face in Austin than it is in LA.
It's kind of a bold take from a hearty man.
Really?
Sometimes I feel like that, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's the area I live in. Like, I live in West Hollywood. And
by the way, is he Zempin? David looks pretty good. The soles of his shoes look intact. It's probably just a double XL. I genuinely think David's losing weight. I know it's going to seem hard to believe me, but I'm happy for the guy.
LA, bro, and the gay guys that I live around are conservative because they're old school gay.
Well, I think it like wokeness pushed people towards conservative,
Oh, fucking bold stance, bro. What year is it? Like, yeah, yo.
Like, I became more conservative when I was like dealing with.
It's just too much.
It's just they pushed it too far.
Sometimes it's just too much. And it's like, all right.
Stop trying to tell us we can't make fun of people who have cancer.
All right. We respect y'all. We respect.
Also, it's an improv show, man. Like, what? It's like you're taking a free speech stand. Well, I was playing pretend with these other adults, and they wouldn't let me say one of the diseases that was gonna make one of them upset. Just okay, man.
Like the pronouns, but then you just keep putting it in our face. Yeah.
I love that they run out of gas here, because, like, no one can really follow that up. Like, maybe some people can. The particularly well-studied and well-versed and adamant might be able to really continue this rant, but most dudes, they run out of gas right around there. They go, well, the pronoun stuff, and you remember how it was. They, them, that's for plurals. Well, not exclusively. Look it up. It just cracks me. Their pronouns, what? Like, you want me to call you, like, he or she? It's like, from my perception, you were a she or he. It's like, well, are we just gonna not refer to people the way we want? Because you present pretty obviously on the surface a couple of things that we're avoiding calling you, David. That's same with Tim over here. I don't know. Tim looks fine. He doesn't know how to cast a fishing pole. That's not a good sign. It's very San Diego of him.
It's too much.
It's just they pushed
sometimes
it too
it's just
far.
too much, and it's like, all right. We respect y'all. We respect the pronouns, but then you just keep putting it in our face.
Putting it in your face, like asking you to call him. Like, I love when people make this point. Where it's like, my whole thing is like, I don't give a shit, dude. Why are you being a weirdo about it? If someone asks you to call them something, like, this goes back to elementary school. Like, well, my name's Elizabeth, but I would like you all to call me Liz. And we're all like, well, we're used to calling you Elizabeth, but Liz, okay, Liz works. Like, it's the mean kids that refuse, who are like, well, no, I got very used to referring to you as Elizabeth. And I've gotten in, like, arguments in bars and stuff before, especially back in, like, the 20-teens. But it's like, okay, so we're not going to avoid calling people things that they don't want to be called? All right, you old bitch. Like, what? I was like, oh, no, it's just how I'm going to refer to you, because when I look at you, that's what I see is a fat old bitch. Like, so it's cool if I call you that, because it would inconvenience me to not refer to you and what's obvious to me. It's like, it's just be nice, motherfuckers, just be nice. I get that, yes, there are the archetype of annoying woke liberal absolutely exists, but so too does the archetype of overly conservative new right guy, especially comedian guy. It's like, you're all cliche. Let's just not be dicks. Like, how much energy realistically does it take? Especially because at the end of the day, like, misspeaking isn't what they were mad about. Some of them, but, like, those people are going to be crazy no matter what they're holding. Anyway, we're going to get into the special in just a sec here. I want to make sure we get through all of this stuff, because this really helps paint a picture as to who Tim Stiefler is.
Yeah.
When Trump got elected, did you notice, like, a shift at your shows where there's less pushback? Or
He legalized comedy. Again, this is 6 months ago, so it's really, really, really funny. This was kind of before people started to go, like... Yeah, before Shane on JRE was like, oops. That oops speaks volumes. And if you can't hear them, you're plugging your ears, bruv.
Like, the woke movement kind of stopped a little bit?
I mean, bro, I'm affiliated with Tony. I'm affiliated with Rogan, so even if you know me from those universes, I think
he's affiliated with Tony and affiliated with Rogan. Well, that's a ginger way of putting it. How about no one would know who you are without those people? I'm sorry. Without the context of Kill Tony or Joe Rogan, because he opened up for Joe Rogan for a while. When was the last time you heard of David Lucas? even if it's now, it's still via Kill Tony, because we're looking at Timmy No Breaks, who is on Kill Tony. It's why he's on this show in the first place, because this was before Tim got his golden ticket.
You kind of know what to expect.
P.S. The title says Timmy No Breaks roasts David Lucas. So what they do early on is he comes out in his coat and his sunglasses, and he does like a roast. I think there's so many little things that he could be doing that would be so much funnier. Anyway, then he gets up and is like, okay, I'm going to go. Timmy No Breaks leaves. Tim Stiefler enters. And then it's just interviewing this underexperienced, pretty unremarkable guy who, if that is what he considers to be a hot take, is a little lame.
Respect with someone who has.
I just noticed, like, you know, all the wokeness, you know, like, it was like we couldn't, like, even make jokes or whatever. You know, did you notice that when President Trump got elected, that, you know, we could make jokes again?
Things with them.
No!
Ain't no.
The thing is you could have done it the whole time. It's just not brave now. It drives me insane. No one was ever going to arrest you for it, my man. You just didn't want the social repercussions of that. It's just like James Donald Forbes McCann does today. You don't want the repercussions of being actually edgy. You're constantly 10 feet behind the plow going, I'm moving snow.
I don't got no woke jokes.
I ain't got no woke jokes.
Yeah. You should do an edited version.
Of what?
Just like put out a special, put out an edited version. No, I mean, no, but.
Oh, that bombed. Good improv, Timmy.
Put out a special, put out an edited version. No, I mean, no, but that would just be fucking funny.
You see that woke?
It's like,
that bombed so fucking hard. He's doing this. It's a little self-comforting behavior. Oh shit, that didn't go good. Let's watch that one more time, and then we're gonna watch the special.
to do an edited version.
Of what?
Just like put out a special, put out an edited version. No, I mean, no, but that would just be fucking funny.
You see that woke?
It's like
comedy?
it's like 1 minute long.
That woke comic. That trans.
Ooh, that sucks so bad, dude. That fucking B-O-M-B-E-D bomb, Timmy. Alrighty. So before we jump in, I'm gonna go ahead and show you something. Hit this real quick. Just kidding. Sad duck. Woo! We have fun on Critical Leaks in this family. Check it out. I call this one Sad Duck. Pretty perfect timing with regards to that minor switch. So, here we go. Checking out Timmy No Breaks. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing because I'm trying to get to 50 so I can cut out the middleman of Twitch and just go live on YouTube. I appreciate everybody who has joined us with all of my tiny black heart. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Timmy No Breaks, biggest and blackest. Stand-up comedy. It doesn't say special, and that's becoming a peeve of mine, but let's get into it.
Fuck, Lord, I was fucking this girl in the pussy. That's my best Ari Matty. Roast.
Okay, that's his best Ari Matty. Very specific to Kill Tony audiences. Ari Matty has grown on me. It's very strange because watching initially, I'll say two things about Ari. Watching Ari for the first time, join the show, and then every time he'd come back, and then he'd kind of break the rules, but then he wanted to follow the rules, he'd go a little long, and then they changed the rules, so now they can go long, and it's like, I couldn't stand him at first. But then, I was doing a rewatch from like halfway through 2024, and I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed Ari Matty's sets. I didn't remember them being that enjoyable. Anyway, Ari Matty is a Kill Tony guy. That was a bad impression of a guy that only Kill Tony fans know. And to be fair, I imagine the people going to his show are Kill Tony fans, but...
Fuck, Lord, I was fucking this girl in the pussy. That's my best story, Maddie. Roasted him.
Cold open with a little bit of, like, generic indie-sounding music. And they do a cut, and they show a title card. It says, Timmy No Breaks, Biggest and Blackest. Now, do you get it? Because you see, he's neither big nor black. We're getting comedy right out of the gate. Okay, so they show the marquee here. The marquee, Timmy No Breaks on Friday, Matt Rife after him on Friday. And then on Saturday, they have the world famous Nacho Redondo. Nacho Redondo is a damn good name. I already like him more than... I like Timmy No Breaks. What am I doing? I didn't do this to me, okay? I was a huge... You can go back on my channel. And the night Timmy No Breaks came out, I stayed up all night making a video. A legend is born. Like, I was a ball washer and a glazer. I fucking was so into Timmy No Breaks, and then he started just going on every fucking podcast, doing the same, hey, you suck, hey, yo, what, oh, guy. Like, it's, which, again, was fine for Kill Tony, but it is a 2D character that you've created. And that's why you have to also go as yourself, who is one of the most boring people I've ever heard on a podcast. You should do like a what if you like did like an edited version, like of your special? No, not like but not like really, but like like wouldn't it, be like a minute long? Feel bad for the fucking guy. This is an intro. It's gonna be too long, too much music playing. It's gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna keep messing this up. So it's showing footage from them in what I imagine is the green room. He's got a Bud Light. He's chilling in his coat and his shades. Do I recognize her? Is she that other girl from Kill Tony, the one who was... You can't see who I'm talking about, but anyway.
Thank you guys for coming out. This is a crowd work joint.
Oh, fuck.
Which means...
means you're gonna call people gay.
I can't do any pre-planned material. Everything's gonna be up.
I bet you can't.
Off the top of the dome, okay? I'm just doing crowd.
So, spoiler alert, I knew that this was... Excuse me, I know how this goes. I haven't seen this. But during an interview, he explained what he does during the actual act. And final spoiler warning here, he switches to Tim Stiefler like halfway through. From what I understand, it was a pretty clever way of doing it. But doing a dumb thing in a clever way comes out as a net zero.
Work, okay? Does that sound good? All right.
No, everyone's sick of crowd work, Timmy No Breaks. But what option do you have? Because again, this character is surface level only. It's I wear sunglasses in the daytime with the nighttime in the inside. Like, it's... He says it was never supposed to be Dice, but then the first impression that he did was pretty much a Dice joke. And, like, I'm not accusing him of stealing Andrew Dice Clay's act, because Andrew Dice Clay plays a character with some actual, like, believable depth, which is why he doesn't have to switch back to, like, Andrew Clay Dice. Hey, I'm just, like, a nice guy. I like fucking tea and stuff. You know, like, I don't think he's stole Dice's act, because then it would be maybe a little stronger, have a little more longevity. He's not able to write, because writing, you write what you know. Writing good, authentic writing that's engaging comes from a very real place. And of course, there's no real place because he hasn't done any backstory on this guy except for he's from Jersey. And he's got this, like, half canon, C-A-N-O-N, like canonical. He has this half canon, this backstory about himself. that like he doesn't really apply ever, and anytime someone asks him a question, it like kind of changes, and you know, he fucks all the time, but he's bad at sex. Oh,
I get this thing on.
Okay, he's putting on like a camera, like a lapel cam thing, and it's shaky as fuck, giving me motion sickness. Oh, it's like a head cam.
All right, hell yeah. So, how you doing?
Nobody fucking, there was a giggle.
Sure.
It was such a terrible idea to do this, Timmy, because the bit's not doing well, and we're just watching everyone literally sitting there like, we're here for Matt Rife.
So, you good? So what's...
Okay, that's another thing, is it's not doing anti-comedy if you're just bad at the bit. You know? Like you're not Brian Holtzman because you go, I'm doing crowd work, so hey, what do you do for work? He did that once on Kill Tony, and it was really fucking funny. Again, because it was the appropriate medium for this expression. Because he came up and he was like, what do you do for work? No, not what I'm looking for. What do you do for work? What do you do for work? And then he got did his full minute. He got time check. Fuck, I'm really just looking for someone to help me make this sous chef joke or this sushi chef joke work or whatever. And that was really funny because it was making a balloon animal of crowd work. But if you're basing an act that people paid for to go see off of that, like, oh, I do this, but I do it bad, get it? It's hackneyed. There's some dead fucking silence.
So what's your deal?
You.
Oh, an ad already? Really, Tim? James Donald Forbes. Helicopters. James Donald Forbes McCann has more artistic integrity than any of the other comics I have covered, at least since I started going live, at least since level 1. That pains me to say, but I mean, you could say, I've said lots of things about James Donald Forbes McCann, but I do believe his artistic integrity remains intact, even though he tried to threaten us all by being like, this is a James Donald Forbes McCann production. Any illegal possession of this bubble will be persecuted to the nth of United Kingdom law or something like that. It's like, even despite that, he still has more artistic integrity than Timmy No Breaks, who within a minute 13 put an ad in his fucking special. This does not well bode Monfrodes.
Tired and having fun. You retired and having fun?
The crowd's not even mic'd, by the way.
Are you having fun right now? Okay, guys.
It was a hard cut.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Thank you.
What are we doing?
Thank you guys.
Because the joke is that he was bad at it. And then it was a hard... See, the thing is this might have been funny if you didn't edit it. If you would have just sat down and bombed intentionally and then gotten up and been like, thank you guys. But that's not what happened. Who knows what actually happened because he did a hard cut. Excuse me.
Thank you.
And by the way, this is not on 800-pound Gorilla Media. This is on his own YouTube site. I'm looking at the description. Timmy No Breaks, debut special recorded live at the Creek in the Cave in Austin. As opposed to recorded what? Maybe Bo Burnham had a special that couldn't be considered recorded live because he did it like in his room during pandemia. That is recorded live. It's like, oh, okay, it was recorded live, but you're not showing us the live footage of it. This is heavily edited.
Thank you so much.
And I think if you're editing to sweeten up your punchlines, you should have probably spent more time writing. What do I know?
Thank you. Have a great night. You guys are the best. Fuck yeah.
So we're doing like another cold open. We're back to the stupid generic indie fucking. Oh, it's like a vibraphone, but it's not. We're actually just playing a piano part. Who's the music by? Because I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do what? What does it say? Okay, 129K subscribers. All right. Anyway, I can't make my fucking gambling jokes anymore because he says visit our sponsors at bigtimegaybetbetbet.com. Very, very funny. Now I'm even more mad. What am I supposed to do with all this money, Timmy? Alright, that's probably too much. You probably already got me fucking copyright stricken. God, it's for what? For this? Like, so now it shows up. We're skipping. Skip it again. We've gone 10 seconds. Still doing it. We're going again. Wow, he's really milking this. Just kidding, guys. Not done yet. I'm not done. Still going. 20 seconds later. 25 seconds later. 30 seconds later. 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 seconds of this fucking shit. Now, this is what he thinks is very, very funny. Do you get it? Because it's bad. Like, the same mentality that makes people just be like, oh, I have to leave now, is the mentality that contributes to thinking this is like anti-comedy and funny. You know what it is? Big ass waste of my time. Put it out on Christmas Eve. Santa was wasted when he brought us this. Still going. And I'm talking 2 minutes later. Another 20 seconds. Another 30 seconds. 40 seconds. Another minute later. Wow, it's almost like this is a new comic who really, 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 really needed to stretch his material so that he could make this look like a real special. Because we're 6 minutes, 22 seconds in, we've seen him grab a microphone, fail at doing crowd work, and then walk off stage. Funny, right? Because what you expect when you watch a video is like for a video to happen, but then, boy, it is, because it's like if I hate this. The thing is he does call this a special, so it's getting a score. If you would have told me 6 months ago that my lowest rated comedy special was going to be Timmy No Breaks, I'd have been like, how did you get in my house? This sucks. Still going, still going. We are at 8 minutes and 30 seconds now. There's a guy, the whole place is cleared out. Okay, well, we are at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. That is all filler. 10 minutes even, and we've seen him do the sit down. I failed it. Okay, from 1 minute and 52 seconds till now, it has just been this stupid, shitty, god-awful music. 10 minutes and 25 seconds in, the same. I got fucking trolled, bro. Why did I think this was going to be good? "12 minutes in. 13 minutes in, and we're still just taking random shots of things around the stage. Again, like, I think that this piece of media is so dependent on this massive, quote, joke. Like, oh, get it? Because I wasn't on stage. Like, we started my special at the end of the special, which ended on a terrible, terrible crowd work failure, and then I spent the next 15 minutes just letting shitty generic music play. I'm still going through. There's a camera guy on stage now. 14 minutes in. It's just dramatic shots of the mic. It's not that I don't get what he's going for here. It's not lost on me that this is supposed to be, again, very anti-comedy, like, oh, but I think anti-comedy only works if you're actually good at comedy. If you're actually a funny person, he is a funny person. But if you have the material to back up your lack of convictions, like in this case, fine. Then this would be a very funny joke. You know, if this was a Tim Heidecker on cinema, at the cinema, whatever thing, that's funny, but it's not. It's a new comic who didn't have the material to put out a special, but is trying to capitalize in a really hollow way, trying to capitalize on his 15 minutes of fame. This is such a swing and a miss, Tim. Not only that, but you're gonna get me fucking copyright claimed, which was already likely. These, like, hate the woke guys are particularly, these, like, free speech dudes who hated that the woke wouldn't let them talk the way they wanted to talk, really aren't that cool with fair use. We'll see. We will see. Yep, we are 17 minutes in. Same shit. 18 minutes in. I guess this is just like a huge troll. This is what you get for giving faith to this new comedian. You understand how bad this makes all of you look in Austin? This is what people think you're capable of. Timmy No Breaks is being touted as this big star of Kill Tony, the next rising star in comedy. He puts out a special on Christmas Eve and it's this. That's hilarious. 20 minutes in. "22 minutes, oh, bro. Fine. I mean, if this is how it is, then we're just gonna go back and watch you on your watch you flounder on other people's podcasts. You have no material." 25 minutes. I'm skipping to where he actually comes on. So he's about to do a fake gambling ad.
I need you to realize that you're going to be supporting me by supporting our sponsor, Big Time Gay Gambling Bet.
Yeah, wow, you're like an artist, man. And then it goes back to the empty mic. This literally is nothing. I got trolled. This whole special is just an empty stage. Wow. Wow. All right, well, then we're going back and we're watching you on David here. I'm so mad.
Comment.
The whole special is just nothing. I can't fucking believe this. Yeah, I know. I'm reading the comments here. "The only comedian to make me laugh while fast-forwarding his special. Lost Enoch, you have bad taste." Jeff Reich. 10 years from now, we'll all be like, that was his best one. That might be fucking true, because he has no... he has no longevity. This act does not have legs. Shit, bro. "Getting us all to watch an empty stage. That's so Timmy." Yes, but not in the way you think. Not in the way you're trying to portray. This wasn't a cool, bold move. This was hack. This is taken to the umpteenth of, like, I have to leave now. Like I said, this is what that looks like, taken to its final form. I wish I could say I was surprised. It was a little surprising that... I guess I am surprised. Look at that, my wish came true.
That woke
I don't know if
trans
it's
comic?
I don't know what it is.
Let's listen to them talk about woke trans comics, shall we?
Put out a special, put out an edited version.
No, let's listen to you bomb again. This is what happens when he actually tries to be funny.
I'm affiliated with Rogan, so even if you know me from those universes, I think they kind of know what to expect with someone who hangs with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no woke jokes.
Yeah.
He ain't got no woke jokes.
You should do an edited version.
Of what?
Just like put out a special, put out an edited version.
I love that he laughs at himself right there so that he can cue David up like, hey, I'm making a joke right now. Yes, and me.
I don't got no woke jokes.
I ain't got no woke jokes.
Yeah. You should do an edited version.
Of what?
You should do an edited version.
What?
Just like put out a special, put out an edited version.
Oh, I've clarified. Do you think it's funny now?
No, I mean no, but
I mean, like, not like really. Like, I mean, it's a joke, but like,
You see that woke
it's like
comedy?
it's like 1 minute long.
it's like 1 minute long because like you always say really inappropriate stuff.
A woke comic, that trans comic.
That woke
I don't know
trans
if it's
comic?
I don't know what it is. Cross-dresser trans. That
Woke comic, that woke trans comic. I don't know what it is. Cross-dresser or trans.
that dude
That.
that put on makeup and he got like a Netflix thing.
I want to do like a Tappin' Skins style song based around all this tomfoolery.
No.
Motherfucker
Am I
got
allowed to say that?
like 2 million followers, bro.
What?
I
He
just-
was Netflix,
2 million followers for a trans woke comic.
a Netflix special.
I think so, or like a Netflix presents like
Was it funny?
all these.
When David wipes his face from sweat, he uses his whole palm.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't even watch it?
I didn't watch that special shit. Gonna make me trans.
I just saw the like you know how Netflix showed the little reels.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that and then I clicked on the guy and I'm like, what the fuck?
This is a great story, David. You guys are the next generation of philosophers.
This motherfucker got 2 million followers.
It's so funny because Timmy's looking at him. He's just going. He kind of has like a look of sort of half disgust on his face because he's trying to improv with the guy. He's just like. He's making this face now. I don't know. That's the trans for you. This, I mean, is what Mark Maron. How dare you make American Read act right? I mean, he always is. Bro has some hot takes, but he really is. You're making him so right about this with Maron, because that's the thing. Is like Maron's whole thing was like, oh, you're making fun of disenfranchised groups, and yada yada yada, and people who follow the Austin scene hate to hear that shit. They fucking hate that. Oh, disenfranchised groups, huh? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. But this is what they mean, where it's like, you're not on stage making jokes. You're just talking about how you think trans people are gross and weird. What? I didn't, watch the special, dude. Are you kidding me? I just saw it on my Instagram reel, and I saw the guy and was like, ugh. It's like, oh, very funny. Very, very funny. It's like you're making Mark Maron right. No, Mark Maron was right. You're making American Read act right, and I resent you for that.
Maybe you should go
I gotta give it up to you, Read act. It was a hot take.
trans. I
And
don't
so,
know.
nah. Hell no, bro.
If you had to have a girl name, what would it be? If you
Great segue, Timmy.
had to.
This one kills every time. You're not a girl, but let's say if you were though, what would your name be?
Vita.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'd rather go down sinking with what I'm doing than do that.
I am forever against Timmy No Breaks now. I think I was so on the fence going into this. I wanted so badly. Again, I get that it was a troll thing, and that's fine. But I'm never gonna trust the guy again. I'll never go out of my way to try to support or defend in any way, Tim Stiefler. Because, Tim, if you're seeing this, you know that wasn't because you were being clever. It's because you had nothing else to say. You know your writing isn't strong enough to put out a special, but you could put out a bunch of ads and bullshit on your YouTube video if you put out a fake special. Does that say hell of assaulting? Cool name. Bad pitch.
do some woke comedy that I really don't believe in and make a whole bunch of money, because even if you make a whole bunch of money, what about your soul?
You see what I mean? This could be like a Tappin' Skins style remix here.
With what I'm doing, then do that, do some woke comedy that I really don't believe in and make a whole bunch of money, because even if you make a whole bunch of money, what about your soul?
What about your soul? Okay.
What about your?
He doesn't believe in woke comedy. He wants to. His soul requires dildo booty hole jokes, and if that's not what he's doing, he can't reconcile with himself.
And I think that's why a lot of entertainers and comics end up with addictions, because they're doing something that's not true to them. Everything.
Sure. I bet that's exactly what happens. All these guys, they go woke, and then they're like, I really could use a little heroin.
I do on stage is true.
I don't believe in what I'm saying. I wish I could say I hate the gays. Might as well do some meth.
For me, and I back it. So,
God, it's just trading bombs.
It was like, you niggas can't even sleep at night.
David sleeps at night.
Very.
You got a DPAP machine because it's one bigger than the CPAP.
Huge comic invited me to a Netflix to open for them on the Netflix. What's that? The Netflix festival last year. I'm talking about
Netflix is a joke.
Yeah, Netflix is a joke.
Get a little behind the scenes from some of the comedy greats sitting in the dirt, pretending to fish.
Festival, and I was like, why do you, after the show, I was like, why'd you want me? Like, you could have got any fucking.
I got you because you're not woke, David.
Woke, liberal, or in the middle comic who doesn't.
That's all the guys. You got your woke, your liberal, and then you're in the middle comics.
Tell risky jokes.
Where does that put you?
And he was like, I love you because you're free.
Ooh, free.
He was like, you're on stage saying what the fuck you want to say.
Awesome.
And he was like, I can't. I was like, damn. Motherfucker got all them.
All right, let's look it up. Who did David open for? This is very stupid, David. Who did David Lucas open for at Netflix is a Joke Fest? Excuse me, would you? Kill Tony. God, AI. Excuse me, would you? Just say you don't understand the question. AI, based on his recent performances, David Lucas performed as a part of the Kill Tony live shows during the 2024 Netflix is a Joke Fest. I guess that is true, but that's not what I was asking you. Now he's appeared for Roy Williams Jr. Okay, I guess we're not going to find it. Who the opener for David Lucas was? Oh, Nick Rochefort. That's like a Sam Hyde guy. Oh my gosh.
Money in the world. Ain't never got to.
Yeah, let's see what he has to say over here when he's talking to Adam.
Goes there. I think we did like.
Just because I mean, this is going to be more of the same here.
What about money again?
This is David Lucas.
Why do you think they don't just say fuck it? I mean, if they have all the money in the world, why not just piss it away?
I mean,
why indeed? You accidentally asked a quite poignant question.
If you pop doing a certain thing, and whether it's something you like or don't like, you know what I mean? If you pop like doing something you don't like
that Timmy No Breaks guy.
Yeah. You would have totally made it otherwise, man. You're that guy.
Yeah, sure. And just say Timmy No Breaks and start making $10 million a year.
It's the funniest fucking thing. Tim Stiefler thinks very, very, very highly of himself. And he's gonna be one of those guys who's like, you all think I think so highly of myself, but no one's a harsher critic to me than I am. It's like, well, then you're a bad critic too?
Yeah.
So now you got 15 people you take care of. You don't retire your mom.
David is explaining like success. Let's say you pop and you're doing all these successful things.
Your kids or whoever else you care about don't got to worry about money again. And now
he pretty early on Timmy kind of went out of his way to ask. I do have a couple of time codes written down here. I didn't think I was going to end up using them, but... Okay, Adam Ray comedy. Okay. So, they hate the woke. Did you know it? Did you ever hear of it before? David Lucas is not into the woke stuff. And thank God someone's saying it. Where else am I gonna tune in and get these hot anti-woke takes if not fucking Tim Stiefler and David Lucas sitting next to a river? Thank God you guys are out here fighting the good fight for free speech.
Just bring that leather jacket with me every time. And my plan, because he didn't like characters.
He's talking about Tony. So let's go back a little bit here.
Some bitch with fake old tits.
Oh my God,
It's
you heard
me.
of this Adam Ray?
It's fucking Phil. Nobody gives a fuck.
I'm gay. So I started signing up as Timmy No Breaks and was bringing that leather jacket with me every time.
He's talking about it like this was 20 years ago before, like, he's talking about it like he's on 60 Minutes or something. Bro, like, this was a year ago. Not even a year ago.
And my plan, because he didn't like characters, every time I saw somebody try to do a character, they would go on, he would not like it, then during the interview, they would drop it.
He's talking to Adam Ray, by the way. The Adam, I can't stand the way I feel in my own skin, so I play characters Ray.
And I was like
What type of character?
I want to be clear, I don't blame him.
Some guy went on as an old lady once, some guy went on...
This is, by the way, a result of the, like...
Oh, it's a result of what?
Drop it.
Timmy's saying, look, I was the first guy to go on and do characters that Tony liked. And Adam responds.
And I was like
what type of character? Like,
some guy went on as an old lady once, some guy went on...
This is, by the way, a result of the, like, Phil, then Biden, Trump, then, like, right? I mean...
He's saying that Timmy No Breaks being accepted is a result of his own doing. He's giving himself credit for this.
There was an upswing, at least from my vantage point, of, like...
I think you were the first guy to successfully do characters.
Well, people starting to...
Jeremiah's got to be losing his fucking mind right now. First of all, Tim just made it so clear that he has no idea of anything that's happened on Kill Tony before he showed up. Like, he talks about how he listened to Kill Tony some when he was, like, doing some shitty job or whatever. But, like, nuh-uh. All for 4 years, straight, every week. Jeremiah came on and did a different character with Joelberg, Joel Jimenez, and Jet Ski Jesse Johnson. That was the whole thing, is they went on and played characters. And Tony didn't always love it, but it was an endearing and, at the time, crucial part of the show. These two assholes... By the way, Adam Ray works with Jeremiah. This is such a slap in the fucking face. Like, Jeremiah... And I look it up. Every week they would come on and do different characters. They do... And frankly, it's all the characters Jeremiah does now. Feminist Stacy, Shanks, the prisoner guy... they would do, like, Frenchmen. They would just do these really, frankly, Timmy No Breaks-esque characters where there was no depth to them at all. They just had kind of a silly voice and, like, one or two character traits they would just do. You know, like, that was it. For these two guys to be sitting here like, I think you were the first one, but I was right there, and, like, I did it in my own way. Neither of you were the first ones to do this. Adam Ray was just the first one to waste a ton of money doing it.
Try to be like, oh, I should do something other, because and I'm always saying that because
God, his eyebrows are so fucking tweezed. Do you do that yourself, Adam? Is that what's on your lip? My God. Giant cold sore on his lip. Giant fucking cold sore. Oh, bro. I had to screenshot that. That's for my own personal use, you know what I mean?
I had young comics ask me, hey, how did you think to do, like, the Phil, because I'm trying to do a character.
How did you think of doing the character Dr. Phil? I don't know, man. I was like, I was watching daytime TV because I'm a stand-up comedian and 90% of my life is just laying around. And all of a sudden I tried to do the Dr. Phil voice and I found I was pretty good at it. It's like, what do you mean, how did you come up with Dr. fucking Phil?
Character on Kill Tony. I was like, well, only if that's what you, I was like, I also have been doing this almost 20 years and
20 years? If I practice for 20 years, I can be as good as Adam Ray?
doing Phil for 3.
Hubris be my name for even considering that I have the possibility to get as good as this legend in his own mind.
Under the ground before I did it there. So it's not like I just
I know Adam Ray has fans. I just can't imagine what they're like.
Went up and just grabbed a bald cap and said,
They're the sort of people that see themselves in Adam Ray. I tell you what, if you're watching this and you disagree, please tell me in the comments what you like about Adam Ray. I won't attack you unless you deserve it.
Hey Tony, this might be fun.
Ask the guy that called me a fake Jack Black. I'm pretty nice.
Fun. Yeah. It was like a calculated thing. It seems like you're doing it. I was like, how long have you been doing stand-up? There's this one kid, and he wanted to do like an animal character, like him dressed as like
whoa. Animal characters?
Yeah, like a racist deer or something. And I go, how long have you been doing it? He's like, I've done it like 5 times. I go, I don't know if this is the thing to workshop on. Again,
the irony that he's saying this to Tim Stiefler, who, had been doing stand-up. You've been up how many times?
The show that he's not going to.
He'd done it for a few years. Here's the thing, is if he moved to Austin and then did it for a few years, there's a good chance he spent a lot of time on stage. But if he was I want to say it because he talks about how he moved to LA for a while, and that's where he did improv. And then he moved to New York, and I think that's where he first did stand-up. So it's like,
they also sign up without only having done it 5 times. I never understand that because there's no way you're going to do it.
It cracks me up that he's just talking to these he's talking to these other guys like he's one of the big dogs.
Real value in that.
It just doesn't make any sense. You've gone up 5 times. Why would you do it on Kill Tony?
And it's you're
just going to make a fool of yourself. Yeah. And it's like whatever.
Oh, wouldn't that be a shame to make a fool of yourself, Tim?
Unless you want that, but that's not what the show is what I mean, you want people that are.
I don't think he has the range to play another character well. He didn't even develop Timmy No Breaks into anything. And that would have been fine if he would have just stayed in his fucking lane. Just keep doing Kill Tony as the guy that's funny for Kill Tony. Then when you introduce another character, so long as you've done it well, then we're going to be like, oh, cool. And after you've introduced 2 or 3 characters over a period of 4 or 5 years, then start doing interviews as Tim Stiefler. You need to build that mystique. You need to we're just not curious about you. I feel like I know everything about you now. And that's like 5 things, Tim.
Good and bad. It does help.
I want it so badly. You know what? Let's listen to some reggae music. This got me all worked up. I got trolled. I'm going to admit that I got trolled, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Okay. There we go. I'm feeling better. Okay. Reggae brings me back. Makes me feel chill again. Is anyone else very disappointed? I wanted so badly to come in and hear Timmy No Breaks' comedy special. I set it up for a whole day. I think I was the target demographic for the trolling he was attempting to do. So, now that we've taken a breath, we can get back into watching Timmy No Breaks on here. Anyway, so Adam gives himself credit. He can't not give himself the credit for starting characters on Kill Tony, despite Jeremiah. Oh, that has to suck. It's so funny.
Show and the flow and everything.
Because the band got fucked. Like, during 2020 pandemic, they were in LA. Kill Tony was in a horrible way. They were doing like Zoom meeting shows, and then they would do like a live in front of nobody show, and it was as bad as Tony recants when he's telling the story. And so then they got the offer to move to Austin. However, they had the whole band already. Jeremiah, Joel, and Jesse Jetski Johnson. And the band wasn't gonna uproot their lives and move to Austin, Texas from LA. Like, they were LA people. Like, Joelberg makes the most sense as like an LA punk cholo guy, you know, like that's like his thing, especially now that he's been taking his medically prescribed stimulants, I'm sure is what it is.
Like, you do, even if someone's bad, you still want them to be taking it seriously, that they just did bad because they did bad and they're new, right? Yeah.
Which happens, and that's you want.
God, dude, him talking like he's an expert is my new favorite genre of comedy, which happens, as we know, people like you and people like me, guys who have been doing it for decades, and guys we're kind of trying it out and got stupid lucky.
Questions or whatever, me trying to smoke but like
okay, again, I was the target demographic for the trolling. LOL, you got me. Who are you trying to impress by doing that? Because I know the internet's a huge place. I know you're out there. Who are the people that watch this and are like, oh, yeah, classic Timmy? Like, I guess fine. I don't know what you're into or who hurt you, but fair enough. I'm livid. I wish you could see the dislikes. I don't think you can pull those up anymore. The like to dislike ratio.
Anyway,
so we're jumping ahead a little bit. We're going to get to know what Adam thinks about characters that are too over the top.
That we're really doing it, Red Band.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a riff?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Was that something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good catchphrase. It's so funny with...
Okay, actually, I am going to go back a little bit because I remember Adam's talking about the amount of, like, studying and preparation he did for Tony, only to turn around then and be like, oh, no, it was all riffs.
And when I was telling a story about the Biden-Trump thing and I was doing Tony in it, and some guy goes, you should do Tony, and so I texted him.
His Biden is good.
And I was like, what do you...
I won't lie, that was easily the funniest I found Adam. He still found a way to be completely insufferable, with regards to, like, constantly turning the attention back to himself. We'll be right back. Like, but it was a well done impression. Now, I mean, even the Dr. Phil's a well done impression. Compared to Timmy No Breaks, Adam Ray does look like a fucking genius, and I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. Whoa.
What do you think about me doing it? And he was just all caps, absolutely. And then he just goes, when I sent him the picture of me when we got all the makeup right before I'm about to walk over, he just goes, just don't make me look like a fucking asshole.
Hilarious. Because isn't that Tony's whole bit? He's like a pro wrestling like heel, but in real life, right? Tony, you make yourself look like an asshole.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I wasn't going to go up there.
To be honest, it's the thing I like the most about him. Like, and it's funny because I'm the answer to that who is this for question. I love that narcissist bullshit that he does. I love the way it infuriates people. I find it endearing because it's not.
And just be like, I fucking love cock. Like, I wasn't going to just, you know, it was just, I didn't even, like, do that.
Tim loved that. Tim thought that was really, really funny.
And it was just all, I wanted to try to nail it. I watched the opening 1,000 times and was like, I just want to get, the beginning is close, word perfect, add my own spin. And then
he did it pretty word perfect.
Whatever happens at the table is going to be, you know, we haven't, you know, you don't discuss anything.
Yeah, you can tell. So what he's referring to is when he went on Kill Tony dressed and like in character as Tony Hinchcliffe, which was fun for the first pop. It was really fun for like when it first came out because he kind of like had to do one of these and you're like, oh shit, like his makeup person nailed it. He like did a pretty good job of like, who's ready for the best fucking night of their lives, you know? But after that, it just sort of, so it was, oh, that was very funny, big pop, and then it sort of kind of started petering. And then Tony comes back out to join the panel, and it was, I hate to continue reusing the same word, but with Adam Ray, it's unavoidable. it's just insufferable. It's just like, oh God, like I want to fast forward through these parts because he kept doing the bit where he tries to finish the sentence. It's like that would have been, I mean, not good, but better if he would have just like tried to just mimic Tony's mannerisms but stayed quiet. Because like at a point he starts annoying Tony, and like that's fine because it's fun to watch Tony get trolled, but then also he's just in a shitty mood and you don't really like, yeah, I don't know, the whole thing it's just pretty garbage after the first 5 minutes.
So it's like,
I couldn't believe it when he like went and sat next to Tony, or when Tony came and sat next to Adam, whatever, and they just kept going with the show. I was like, this is gonna suck.
we'll see how it goes. And it ended up being me, a lot of just two of him, you know, asking questions or whatever, me trying to smoke and
Listening to Adam talk about what he thinks was funny in that is gold.
but
Oh, I'm not subscribed. You get a subscription.
the We're Really Doing It Red Band.
oh yeah,
Was that a riff?
oh
Or was
yeah,
that
it's
something?
all, oh yeah.
That's
It's all riffs, except for the time that I watched it 1,000 times to get ready for it.
Oh, I didn't,
great.
oh yeah, yeah.
that's such a good character.
That part wasn't riffing. The part that I rehearsed 1,000 times, wanted to get that word perfect. Is word perfect an expression? Let's look it up. Maybe I'm the asshole here. Is, quote, word perfect an expression? Oh, yeah, according to Google AI. Yes, word perfect, often hyphenated as an adjective, is a specific expression, meaning correct in every detail. Well, fuck me, I learned something from Adam Ray today. Excuse my language there.
Catchphrase.
I just
It's so funny what people latch onto, and you're just like, keep
I
reading
see.
it.
Word perfect. Does that mean like down to the letter? Every word is...
in comments all the time.
Yeah.
When I say it now at a show, Tony said he said it at some arena and got a big pop. Red Band said he was getting a colonoscopy, and
Anyway, what did I have for here? Oh, right.
he was getting pushed in, and the nurse
We went back a little bit. Now let's hear what Adam has to say about over-the-top characters.
goes, "We're really doing it, Red Band," and he was like,
No
I'm about to go get a camera shoved up my
way.
asshole. Can you give me one
That
moment
is
to
awesome.
be a person?"
Okay, so it makes sense that Adam Ray doesn't watch Kill Tony, but the fact that Tim Stiefler is like too cool to watch the show that like is making him, and I think that's the problem, is he feels like it has already made him. But just like David Lucas, yes, he has a fan base, but because he sort of jumped off the Kill Tony train, there are just a lot of fans of the show, myself included, who are just really cooled on David Lucas. Not to mention he's doing like a nice guy thing now, which is crazy. He was like, what happened to Gorilla Pimp, David? Because now he's talking about how, oh, people see my on-stage personality and they think I'm blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, we've also seen podcasts where you talked about how you choked out your girlfriend because you said she was going out with her friends. That upset you, and you said, whose dick you about to be sucking? And she said, anybody but yours. So you choked her out in the bathroom. Look this up. To quote, I can actually say this happened, you said this, because look up the Reddit. The Kill Tony subreddit has documented that. William Montgomery is sitting there like, wait, what? Like, did you fall? Like, you see, like, choked her? Like, kind of trying to play it into it like it's a bit, but David's eyes just kind of go, like, cold, and he's like, I choked her, man. She went down. And she's like, and then when she woke up, David was like, I don't know, you were yelling and you fainted. What happened to that guy, David? Now you're nice?
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
But yeah, the show it's so funny too, because there are,
Nice as long as it's not about shit that woke people are nice about.
again, like, comedy's subjective. There's something for everybody. There's people that, again, think like character stuff is whatever, but it's like, dude,
Okay, it's like what?
isn't the point to like find joy in all this, and to like the fact that you're now doing headlines?
No! It's cope. That's cope. What are you talking about? That would be like a musician going up and poorly playing the Smoke on the Water. And then people are like, that sucked. And he's like, but is that a little judgmental? You know, at the end of the day, isn't this just like, shouldn't I be the one enjoying this? No! And if people are paying to watch you, you suck. You can't just continue to suck and go, I'm having a good time. It is not about finding joy. It's about maybe providing joy, helping other people find joy. Sure, I would argue that's the baseline for a performance, is trying to cause joy, have people enjoy the thing you're doing. It's not to make you happy, you weird narcissistic eyebrow tweezing fuck.
Spots and people coming to see is wild, but also it isn't.
By the way, big ugly cold sore on that lip of his. It's a cold sore, or only this spot right here is very chapped.
Isn't, because it's like your commitment is fully there. You've
old school road dog scars. Am I right? Oh God, it's hideous, dude. We can see it, Adam. You did everything you could to hide it, but we can see it. Take another screenshot. Terrible. Take a lap. I might start posting them to my ex, because I take these screenshots during the show, and I'd like for you to be able to see them, because some of them are, well, they're all pretty damn funny.
Found something that's very funny. What I was drawn to immediately by it, you know, because there's some people that are just like, for both of us, right?
And maybe he's like Joe List, where like everyone knows he has herpes and it's like a running bit, but I really don't think so. I really don't think that's what he thinks is funny.
With certain things where they go, oh, I just like the abrasiveness, or I like the, I'm sure people are drawn to immediately by it, you know, because there's some people that are just like, for both of us, right, with certain things where they go, oh, I just like the abrasiveness, or I like the, I'm sure people will come up to you guys, I like the Timmy Novak just doesn't give a fuck, dude. Says whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's a cool part for me. But what I love is that, like, you know, there's people that we both know that do care.
It's a cool part for him, too, that he's so abrasive. And again, that is Timmy No Breaks' whole thing. That's why it doesn't work on podcasts. And actually, when I had pulled up a clip of, I had a timestamp and a clip all pulled up for his appearance on Heartland.
Okay, here's my question.
Decided
what the fuck is
against using it. Please take it easy, computer. What are you doing here? I decided against using it because I wanted to get right into the special. But Timmy, you trolled us. There is no special. You're not that good yet. At least you know that. At least you know you're not good enough to have a special. And now we know that too.
Characters that are a little bit...
You lack the talent and the follow-through as a writer and a performer to have a special. Now we know that about you. I had my theories. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that you had attempted to put out a special. Now I know that you weren't. You were just making another joke. Very, very funny joke. The punchline, of course, being, I don't actually have the stones or the talent or the honed skill to be able to actually put on a performance like my peers around me. And it's because I'm completely green. And I got lucky, and this is not going to last.
Big and cartoony, and that's fine too. What I take pride in with you know, when I'm doing it, and
so now Adam's talking about big cartoony characters.
You know, there's people that we both know that do characters.
This is Adam. Call me for a titty fuck Ray, by the way.
That are a little big and cartoony, and that's fine too.
Oh, is that fine? What do you mean it's fine? That's what you do. Big cartoony characters. You play a balloon animal of Dr. Phil. That's what you're trying to say, right? That you like that, and you also, that's what you do.
That we both know that do characters that are a little big and cartoony, and that's fine too.
Oh, is it fine too?
What I take pride in with you know, when I'm doing it, and what I really was appreciate with Timmy No Breaks is like,
he's trying so hard to not outwardly compliment himself right now. What he just said is what I really like about what I'm doing.
With you know, when I'm doing it, and what I really fine too. What I take pride in with you know, when I'm doing it, and what I really was
what I take pride in. What a clever way of saying I like this about me.
Appreciate with Timmy No Breaks is like, I buy that this is a real person.
Did I mishear you?
too.
Did he just say that he appreciates Timmy No Breaks because it could be a real guy?
What I take pride in with when I'm doing it, and what I really was appreciate.
No, that doesn't apply to him. You just needed to compliment yourself here because that sweet 5 ants is coursing through those herpes-riddled veins.
With Timmy No Breaks is like, I buy that this is a real person.
I don't even know where to begin with that. My whole thesis here is no, he does not. He doesn't have any actual motivations beyond like, oh, hey, like, he's not a real character. He is a cartoon. He's just a living cartoon of a guy, as Tony said, who saw dice once.
And that to me is so cool.
Yeah.
And Tim Stiefler, I used to kind of give you the benefit of the doubt until I've seen you on all these podcasts and you've overexposed yourself to us. Yes, this is stolen. You're just stealing Dice's thing. You're doing it in a way of like Dice versus Kill Tony, and that was fun enough. But now that we're looking at it, like, any good element of this character, his crassness, his accent, his leather jacket, oh, that's all Dice.
Yeah.
You know, like to where I'm watching him and I'm like, and that's why
now we know why he's milking this as hard as he can right now. He's trying to squeeze out those fools who don't actually look into his other things, or they just have questionable taste.
I try to do with like Phil, or even with fucking Tony Caruso or whatever. Like, I want people to go.
Yeah, everyone knows who the fuck Tony Caruso is. Why do you think that character just bombed? Who the hell is Tony Caruso?
I like this person because I feel like this is a real person.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
I think a big part of it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I like Elaine. I like your big-titted old lady character who's hypersexual. And call me for a titty fuck. Yeah, he doesn't like cartoonish characters. He likes to play people who could be characters. And that crossover, his range as an actor, is why we see Adam Ray in all these movies.
Yeah.
And that's a big testament to you that he is larger than life.
Yeah.
But like grounded.
By the way, he is a narcissist, and I'm not convinced that he isn't seeing this now. He has said some things that are crazy close to some Eeks takes. I can't prove it. Not yet.
Like some of Will Ferrell's best characters were like that, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, who doesn't love the very grounded and realistic character Elf?
Ron Burgundy, like, seems like a real guy that you're just.
Yeah, no, we all love when Will Ferrell plays some really straightforward and dramatic roles. Things that you could really, really believe.
Like, oh yeah, just a guy that smells his own
Who didn't love Stranger Than Fiction?
shit and doesn't mind it, you know?
Right.
So that's a really appealing, cool.
By the way, the expression is likes the smell of his own shit.
You know?
Yeah.
Fucking Ron Burgundy, like, seems like a real guy that you're like, oh yeah, just a guy that smells his own shit and doesn't mind it. You know?
We'll call that a foul ball.
You know?
Right.
So that's a really appealing, cool part. I think that's why he has legs for you, is that like
He doesn't. And it's not.
people you
That's why you can't finish your fucking sentence, because you know you're bullshitting. You were just talking about what you like about you, and are now like, fuck, how do I make him a part of this this self-praise?
has legs for you, is that like people you can't
even finish that sentence. That's why I think Timmy No Breaks really has legs for you, because people, yeah.
he has legs for you, is that like people you found it.
I feel the same way about Timmy No Breaks, bruv. Oh, that is so fucking funny. All right, last time code we have on this interview, and then we're going to go to his Harland appearance. First, we need to go to 11203. 11203 sounds good to me.
In LA, and then some Australia and Canada ones. And
So we're gonna hear where Timmy plans to, or where Tim plans to take Timmy No Breaks.
That's pretty much it. And a lot of people are like, run it back here. You didn't overcome authority, whatever.
And I want to come out and say this right now. If Team Stiefler's next character rules, I will cover it. I will admit I was wrong, and I will call him actually talented. But that's never gonna happen.
And then there's people that are like,
because like even at improv, he's lukewarm. It's always the most crass thing. It's always shock and awe. Hey, what do you get? And that's the thing too. Excuse me, Would you? It's like another note on this overexposure, where it's like, if he would have been making those points as the character Timmy No Breaks, then we could have some suspension of disbelief. We're like, I don't know, Tim seems like a nice guy. Like, he's probably not going to try to bandwagon with David Lucas on how much he hates the trans. Like,
should have been done last year.
Yeah.
But it's like, who gives, like,
yeah.
You knowing
I don't hate the trans, it's just too much, man.
that going into anything.
Oh, I'm not going to call you they. Ugh, I got too much else going on in my life.
Should like help to like push it away, because you're like, this is for them, but it's also, you have to enjoy it, and that doesn't matter. But so,
this is more, again, I keep getting distracted by Adam Ray. He's just a treasure trove of LOL.
that going into anything,
and not in a good way,
should like help to like push it away, because you're like, this is for them, but it's also, you have.
No, it's for you, remember? Because like, isn't that the soul of performance, is that you enjoy it?
You have to enjoy it, and that doesn't.
Or is that just something you say to people so it doesn't seem so narcissistic that you insist on talking and having everyone look at you, talk about yourself?
Matter. But so getting
Probably not that.
the confidence, I guess, just to like take a big swing is you just gotta like say fuck it, dude, because you know the next thing you do, there's already, because Timmy No Breaks got so popular, like
he does this too, where he kind of word soups. He'll run out of a point, but he won't stop. Tony calls him out for this on the show, and always cracks me up, where he's like, "Good one, Adam," like, because Adam will be like, so I find that, like, if you are going to, like, if you're, so, and like he'll just keep spinning his tires until he catches some kind of traction, and that traction, it doesn't matter what direction it's propelling him. He's just slamming on the gas and is like, we'll go somewhere.
You know, the next thing you do,
and I called him out, he does that during his stand-up special too.
There's already, because Timmy No Breaks got so popular, like people are gonna,
like, I literally go through and I break down word for word what he said and how it's just gonna
be looking at you with
we'll call it word imperfect,
a bigger microscope than they were before, but like that should just use that for fuel to the fire. And like you said, preparation, like you were prepared for.
See, it just keeps going, and then he like makes a point, and then he just keeps making a point as though he's someone on stimulants, almost like it.
So just treat it the same way you would that, and then but there's no rule book. It's not like no.
See, he runs out and he's like, shit, I don't want to be done talking yet.
No one's making you. Tony's not like, next character better be ready by February. So it's like,
I don't think he wants me. He's he wants to ride the Timmy No Breaks thing.
Yeah, he was smart. He knows what works on the fucking show. And he's like, no, Tim, like, you are too green. We've seen, by the way, you can watch his fucking special, or not his special, you can watch his actual stand-up as just regular Tim. He bombed hard as fuck the first time he came on. You know what, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna probably get copyright claimed, but like, at this point, fuck it. As long as they let my shit actually stay on YouTube. Timmy No Breaks. Oh wait, no, Tim Stiefler. First appearance. There should be a clip popping right up here. Yeah, okay.
Before I hop into my...
Okay, so here he goes.
A minute, I gotta do a...
So he's doing kind of a turning it on its ear thing.
Quick ad read. No, mate.
Very funny, he's doing an ad read. So this is all chopped up. This is a clip. Comic Comedy Club. You know what? Subscribe.
Gusta mi padre.
Okay, he's doing
Oh,
Spanish.
Dios mío.
He's reading Spanish off a card.
Es BetterHelp. Para
You hear how people are dying?
25 descuenta.
Oh, yeah, I tried to say dead.
Usar code depressed. Just gonna get that
Oh, God, okay.
other one out of the way, and then I'm gonna hop into my minute.
These hard cuts are crazy. But even still, here's another great example. And by the way, I'm on to you, Tim. You can't write, which is why everything you've ever done is like this is dumb. Look, like, what if I were a guy who, like, couldn't do this? Totally can, but, like, what if I was a guy that couldn't do it and then, like, try to do it anyway? Like, what if, like, you ever could? It's like, no, it's the exact same thing as I have to get out of here and just leaving unceremoniously. You think you're that same kind of brilliant, I'm too punk rock to care. Like, I was saying this to my fiance on a walk the other day, but it's like, punk and grunge and all that worked because it was a direct act of rebellion against glam rock, where they'd spend hours working on their hair and makeup before they went up on stage and played. And then punk, you had people in their fucking cut-off vests and all those ugly patches, and they stink, and they got fucking crazy hair, and like, it's like that was against glam. Now you're not going against glam, you're just pretending like I'm the Ramones, I don't care. Oh, I'm the Sex Pistols, I'm gonna stab my wife. Like, so this is what he's doing, is pretending like he's above it, but factually he just lacks the talent to participate in a way that's legitimate.
Do you guys like pets?
That's why you're constantly trying to find ways, again, to turn the genre on its ear, because you can't participate in a traditional way.
Come to pedophiles.
Let's see, this Curious Ape guy has a video on my man. I may have to check that out. 93K views. He's, let me see. He's got a little more than me.
Okay, I'm gonna hop into my minute.
There you go.
Oh, well, look at that. So, people obviously think this is hilarious.
Tim Stifler. There you go. All right.
Yeah, very, very funny, very funny. Anyway, he sucks. He sucks, and the more I see him, it's more and more evident. And when I say sucks, yes, that is subjective. Just like Adam was saying, there's something for everybody. But we can go into that conversation going, what is it that you like about a comedian? What three traits to you might constitute a good comedian who you enjoy? Tim lacks those things, fundamentally. He is a mid performer, and that is his highest skill tree.
And I'm doing it. I'm riding the wave.
Yeah.
But, he wants to ride the Timmy No Breaks thing, and I'm doing it. I'm riding the wave.
Oh, it's super cool of you to like ride the wave. Massively internationally famous Tony Hinchcliffe. It's good that you agree with that. It's so fucking funny. Again, he talks like he's just one of the big dogs.
Yeah. Always working on new shit.
No, you're not. You fucking liar.
For sure.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Yeah, you should. I mean, it's because that's also.
You just haven't showed it on your one thing. You wrote that one script that one time. That's you always working on shit.
How you're going to continue to grow and like get better. And putting all your eggs in one basket is, I don't know. I mean, if I had.
Again, he's struggling to come up with words because he's bullshitting. It's like, yeah, that's how you get better, is by stop doing the thing that like people like that you do, and then like, do other things that they don't like so much about you. Like, that's true, but on an entirely different timeline. Again, they're an interesting parallel, because Adam Ray first hit it big on Kill Tony, fucking not as Adam Ray. He's probably on a few times, just completely not memorable. He came on as Dr. Phil and started climbing, and then he came on as a different character after he'd done Dr. Phil a few times, and then he came on as Adam Ray. But even then, he's got decades in the biz or whatever. He's been doing it for 10 years or 20 years or whatever. So, like, he had more going for him, more momentum going, and fan base, frankly, going for him when he was like, nah, I'm just going to play Adam Ray. Adam giving Timmy advice like Timmy is his peer or his equal is so misleading, and frankly, I think it is damning. It's not going to help him long term, because what he's doing is taking off that mask too soon, and we're like, oh, you're just like a meme for the Austin movement. I used to be a left guy, but then the woke scared me away. Like, and if that was your character, again, that would be funny, because then we have there's a chance that maybe you're kidding. There's a chance that maybe you know that that's the meme, and so you're trying to, like, play into that. I always gave you the benefit of the doubt, thinking you were making fun of the stuff you were taking part in, because you were good enough to do what they were traditionally doing, but you just kind of did your own thing. It's like, no, it's laziness is the mother of invention, right? Like,
found Phil early on, maybe I wouldn't have. Who's to say if I would have just been like kept the ball cap on and not done my own stand up for a minute, because I was like,
we all wish that was how it went down, by the way. Adam Ray's stand up is airplane gobbledygook.
oh, I found something, you know? So I think it's.
I'm not kidding. I think it was I think that was the subject. He talked about airplanes for the first 10 minutes of his special relentlessly. And I said, like, halfway through it, I'm like, if by the 10-minute mark he hasn't stopped talking about airplanes, I'm just calling it quits.
really healthy that you're like,
It's still like a 40-minute review.
Oh, for sure.
oh, this is cool and give me a bump, but like, I want to keep fucking throwing darts, dude. That's what it's all about, man.
I think we do, like, we're both similar in that we like changing it up. We like
Oh, yeah. Wow. Cool.
Yeah, you got
challenging
to.
ourselves.
We got to change it up. We're artists.
Yeah, like trying new things and stuff. Yeah, and I'm cool taking big swings. I guess I'm trying to take him off Kill Tony.
Why? Literally, why? That's just like, because he's in a rush. I think he knows better than to believe in himself, and so he's like, holy shit, this is happening. Who wants me on? Sure, Lauren Compton. I'll come on and make everything weird and awkward. People will your production staff will laugh for the first 5 jokes I make, and then I'll just go dead. Like, I think he understands that this is never happening for him again.
Yeah.
To find something, and then once I feel like I find something that's...
You think the fan base turned on William?
It is a work.
Wait till they find out this guy's got no fucking jokes.
Being a bit better, yeah.
To just try it out there. I mean,
Yeah.
I love William Montgomery, but, like, looking at it from the haters' perspective, at least William writes. Like, you know, at least he's still working on doing the thing. He didn't go like, oh, I've been on 4 times and I did the same thing 4 times. I just feel like I gotta grow.
because it's like the fan base is so like great out there. I mean,
Who's brutal in this fan base?
And then
We're nice.
once I feel like I find something that's
it is a
working
wild
a bit
thing
better, yeah.
to just try it out there. I mean,
Yeah.
because it's like the fan base is so like
Brutal.
great, but they can be, you know,
We hate you guys.
it's just. But that's any fan base. But these
Nope, not like us, baby.
fans, I mean, you see it like
We're mean.
the arenas. Like sometimes people just speak and they're like, "Shut the fuck up,"
It's true. I do love that.
and you're
So
like,
funny.
oh, "Bro, they just don't like this guy's necklace or haircut." And they're
Yeah.
just already turning on him.
Every time.
Yeah, well, you can sense when someone doesn't have it, and then it becomes more funny to watch them die inside.
Every time they won't let, like, a poor fucking open micer or whoever just, like,
Shocker, you can sympathize with the open micers?
First
get out
time
a
ever.
minute. Yeah.
How was the MSG thing? Was it surreal?
Surreal.
Yeah.
Surreal is, like, I've said the word surreal more than I've said any word over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's totally demonstrative of, like, how surreal things have been because you keep using that word. Or you're uninventive.
That was just so, I mean, because the first one came out
Just Google synonyms, bitch. Like,
2 months later, it was at MSG.
Yeah.
You know? Like, how crazy is that?
That's fair.
ooh, it's just so crazy. Almost crazy enough to get you podcast appearances on all these fucking B-tier podcasts. Because people are trying to jump that Kill Tony bump.
I'm staying backstage and, like, Heidi was like, okay, we're gonna have her boobs out for 1 year because we think that's funny, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And then yeah, there was just all
great story, Tim. Okay, so Timmy No Breaks is a 2D character played by a comic who doesn't have the chops to write anything that's legitimately funny. Prove me wrong, Stiefler. So how are these, as I mentioned earlier, there tends to be a lot of resentment when somebody really pops online and then starts getting all these opportunities that other comics who have been working the more traditional comedian grind for, in some cases, like 30 years, they tend to react very poorly to them. Now, Harlan Williams is pretty nice. You see him get a little bit mean on Kill Tony, not when he's roasting, but like some of the things he says is sometimes at people or at their expense. So Harlan has that in him, but he largely is kind of plays this like sillier, cartoonish old man guy, but is usually pretty kind. He's got that Canadian in him. So Timmy No Breaks goes on Harlan, and Harlan interviews him for the first like 20 minutes, just pretty standard. But after a little while, after not long, he decides he wants to change things up a little bit.
Hey, what's your middle name?
Zach.
Zach No Breaks.
So close.
Is Zach?
By the way, Timmy No Breaks keeps asking for intros, and this is why you do your research, man. Sam Hyde beat you to that.
Are okay, or is that offensive?
Like, we've heard this whole, like, will you do the intro again? Can we start one more time? Let's restart one more time. Like, that's... like, it was funny because Sam Hyde was the first one to do it on Harlan. But, like, Timmy No Breaks has no idea that that happened, so he just thinks that he's turning the thing on its head. Rather than sharing any anecdotes that are interesting or, like, reflecting on a funny moment that he had an actual legitimate funny thought, he's just always going to take what you're doing and be against it or turn it over or be like, well, what you're doing is fucking stupid. Hey, what we do is dumb. He's the classic, like, millennial shrug guy.
To me,
I hate comedy. I mean, it's all I do and it's all I think about, but it's stupid that I'm up here.
but maybe not offensive to somebody else. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's...
Okay, so they're redoing the intro here.
Johnny.
Skipping ahead a little bit.
I think maybe it's time for you to meet Johnny Sparkplug.
Johnny Sparkplug.
Let's hear it.
So Harlan takes off his headphones.
Oh, let's see it.
He unbuttons his shirt.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Harlan. And what are you doing? Harlan. I know you...
See, Timmy No Breaks is like trying to riff and be funny, but Harlan, what are you doing? Harlan, as Harlan's taking off his overshirt.
You beat your wife, but do you need to wear a wife beater? What are you doing?
Oh, you nailed it. I know you beat your wife, you need to wear a wife beater. What you do? Like, come on, bro.
What are you doing? Harlan, I know you beat your wife, but do you need to wear a wife beater? What are you doing?
What do you have, a fucking bottle in your mouth? I know you beat your wife. Wear a wife beater while you do it? One more time.
Harlan, I know you beat your wife, but do you need to wear a wife beater? What are you doing?
You need to wear a wife beater? What are you doing? I think he used to have one of those cute little speech impediments where he talked like this. And when he gets nervous, it comes back out. I think he's nervous because he knows what's about to happen. I think he's self-aware that he doesn't have much depth, and he's terrified that Harlan is about to do this. Harlan reaches down. He reaches down below his desk, which he has lots of props below, as we've seen on the Harlan Highway show. And he puts on a leather jacket. Far nicer than Timmy's, by the way.
Oh my God. Is this real leather? What do you...
He puts on a leather jacket.
What do you drive, on a motorcycle sidecar? What are you doing?
What do you drive, on a motorcycle sidecar? What are you doing? You can't riff, dude. So then Harlan puts the jacket on. He's got a wife beater on underneath the leather jacket, and he puts on his shades.
Hey, what's up, Timmy No Breaks, you son of a fucking prick?
Hey, almost like this is totally very, very easy to do.
Are you, man?
I'm
Look
good.
at that fucking ass face on you. Where's the crack? In the middle, or does it run sideways and you're shitting an octagon?
Literally funnier than anything Timmy has ever said.
Can I do a character I'm working on?
So he gets scared. He's a little shook. And here's the thing. He's about to demonstrate that I'm right here. Timmy knows he's being made fun of. Timmy knows that Harlan is this brilliant, lifelong comedian who everyone has a ton of respect for. And Harlan took the time to put on a jacket and sunglasses and do the accent. And he realized, Timmy knows that's all Timmy No Breaks is 2 years of half-ass practice at improv, a leather jacket, sunglasses, and some knockoff accent. And Harlan is kind of holding a mirror up to Timmy No Breaks. And that makes Tim Stiefler quite nervous. And how does he react?
Come at me. I'm here. It's Johnny Sparkplug. Let's go, Timmy No Breaks.
This is William Harland.
Yeah.
Okay.
William Harland. Okay, wow. Well, so Tim's a brilliant character actor, so I bet he's about to knock this out of the park. He's taking off his leather jacket. Be ready. He's sitting back down. That was almost as disappointing as your comedy special, Tim.
Oh, fuck. Touche away.
To be honest, it's just as clever. They're equally clever. This right here is Tim Stiefler. When his back is against the wall, this is how he reacts. This is him improvising. This is groundlings training for 2 years. This is a motherfucker with a background in improv. Let's hear it one more time.
Wow. Oh, fuck. Touche away.
Yeah, see, Harlan knows he's got him on the ropes. And I don't think Harlan's trying to, like, mercy the guy. I just think he thought it was funny to show Timmy how dumb, surface level, and pedestrian the whole Timmy No Breaks thing is. Today could have gone so differently. Let's, for a moment, turn on some reggae. Let's turn on some reggae. And let's just picture what it would have been like if Timmy No Breaks' special was even a special at all, instead of a huge troll that could have recontextualized all these appearances. Sure, he's a little stiff when he's being interviewed, but who wouldn't be? It's Lauren Compton. You know what I mean? Like, had his special been good, or even actually a special, it would excuse these awkward appearances. But it turns out, since he isn't a stand-up comedian, he's just a character that does podcasts, that's what he should be good at. But this is how good he is.
Wow.
Nailed it, Tim. That is your second or third best joke ever, and I mean that.
Oh, fuck. Touche away.
Sounds just like him, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right coming from you. What's your name? Harlan?
William Harland.
Harlan, yeah, okay. Way to
Really funny. Really, really funny. That's right up there with calling someone Riri. I was able to mock that perfectly. Am I a fucking genius?
reverse the
Or is he completely without talent?
psychology on me, but it ain't happening, no breaks.
They don't idiot.
I'm a big dumb idiot. Wow. High level stuff.
Well,
I'm a big stupid idiot.
By the way, this came out 4 days ago. So what we've witnessed, it was the David Lucas podcast happened first, and then we watched him on Adam Ray, and now we're watching him on Harlan. And then he put out his comedy special, and now we're watching him on Harlan. That's the timeline.
Anyways, it's a workshop. I'm workshopping that.
wow, that was was fucking wild. Where'd you learn to talk like that? In a windstorm at Dusty Parker's wind school?
No, I
See, literally, Harlan can do no wrong because the dumber, less prepared, more off kilter he sounds, the more like Timmy No Breaks he is being. Now, I wouldn't have been able to say this about the Timmy who was on Kill Tony exclusively. If it was just some mysterious guy who'd show up and just blow up the room, like, then he could be practicing as Tim Stiefler on the side. You know, and he'd be building some kind of craving to actually see him perform or see him make an appearance. But this is what he does.
That was fucking wild. Where'd you learn to talk like that? In a windstorm at Dusty Park?
Now Tim is like awkwardly putting his leather jacket back on.
His wind school?
no, I
By the way, the whole character of Timmy No Breaks, which we kind of abandoned ship earlier because he's not a storyteller, so he lost track of what he was asked. But when asked about the Timmy No Breaks character, I've learned he was at home for the holidays with his mommy and daddy, who are still married, probably, and I actually don't know if that's true. But he was going through some boxes and he found like a really nice leather jacket in there. And so he put it on, and his friend called him Timmy No Breaks. He literally admits that Timmy No Breaks isn't even his idea. It's just he put on a leather jacket and some sunglasses and, hey, what are you doing? His whole premise behind it is a guy that gets upset when people don't laugh at things that aren't funny. It's like, okay, sweet, that's totally gonna work, especially coming from someone that has no capacity to be funny.
did this podcast with a big dumbass retard, and he kind of gave me the vibe, and
Oh, big dumbass retard, that's hilarious.
I don't know. I just came up with it. It came to me.
No Breaks. Holy fuck. Look at Timmy No Breaks and
Harlan literally looks cooler dressed like this too.
Johnny Sparkplug.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Oh, Tim wants to change the subject. Tim does not like this. He feels very made fun of.
Yeah.
The last two intros didn't really do it for me.
Oh, he's doing a Sam Hyde. Stolen, that's plagiarism.
Can you do another one?
You want a third fucking intro? Who do you think you are, Tim?
And before we go into this third intro, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with some reggae music while I hit the restroom. I'll be right back. We'll finish up this Critical Leaks. These like generic reggae songs crack me up because they're so clearly based on actual reggae tunes. Guns and ammunition. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Timmy No Breaks.
That's my name.
Let's fucking do it.
All right, they're redoing an intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are with Timmy No Breaks,
Again, Sam Hyde, this was like the whole thing. Before Sam flipped the desk over, had his crash out, which still feels like a stupid take to me, but his American Redux style crash out. That was the whole bit on Harlan, as he kept being like, "Can we do another intro?" And it was actually a few times funny.
Comedian, actor, funny man,
Performance artist.
performance artist.
Big on Pornhub.
And here we go, Johnny. Let me
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if there's anything actually worth a damn here. Let's jump ahead. We're gonna jump ahead like 25 minutes or so.
Take a couple weeks, and so I want to like master something in the
Because I think he's still doing. Okay, we're going back to 37, 35. I think Harlan is still doing his Timmy No Breaks character. What is it? Johnny Sparkplug.
I think I started, 2 weeks ago. He just started doing. Oh, that's exactly. And they're gonna be like, yeah. So that's me. So you gotta be original. You gotta
You're
have
Timmy
original.
No Breaks.
Yeah,
I'm
what's-
Charlie Transmission Fluid.
Oh, he changes his sunglasses and does a different character.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Piece. I have the mouth up to my ear.
Right.
Because I'm an analog guy. I'm not a digital. I'm not digital.
An anal what guy?
An analog. That was pretty good.
See, he's kind of like Harlan has claimed dominance over this riff, and that breaks the character of Timmy No Breaks. Timmy No Breaks is supposed to be like this, hey, what the fuck? But instead of matching Johnny Sparkplug's energy, Tim just backed way off of it and then tried to do like, oh, I'm going to make fun of Harlan, but didn't know how to do that in any way that was engaging or funny or relevant or even kind of poignant. So he went, which is so, I don't have to tell you how juvenile that is. Especially if you're near my age. I don't know if kids are doing it anymore, but like, again, it's the intellectual equivalent of calling someone a Riri.
Good.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Analog.
I'm not talking about Star Wars.
I'm trying to go head to head with Timmy No Breaks.
It's good. It's an apo-
See, he's trying to go head to head with Timmy No Breaks. Tim's afraid because he knows he can't chop heads with Harlan. Harlan killed David Lucas.
possible task, but you're putting up a fight.
Dude.
How long you?
See, and he's like still trying to like play the alpha dog guy, but he knows. He knows.
With Timmy No Breaks.
It's good. It's an impossible task, but you're putting up a fight.
Dude.
How long you been doing comedy for?
I've been doing it about 3.5 weeks and I'm feeling good about it.
Very, very funny because that's Tim. Tim's been doing it for about 3.5 weeks. So to
I feel like something's in the air.
Right. So I've been doing it about 2 months. So if you
really funny, he took the same bit.
have any comedy questions and need any mentorship,
How do I be funny, Timmy No Breaks?
And what's the best part about this is the more Tim tries to like reluctantly like accept what's going on, the more this mirror comes into perfect clarity. Where it's like, oh yeah, Tim Stiefler has only been doing this a very short amount of time. It is funny how full of himself he is. Wouldn't it be crazy if Harlan, who's been at the top of this for a long time, as far as being funny is concerned, maybe not industrially at the top, but one of the funniest guys for such a long time, he asks Tim Stiefler how to be funny. Now that's fucking improv.
comedy questions and need any mentorship.
How do I be funny, Timmy No Breaks?
You got to have a persona, right?
Hang on. Hey, say hello to Charlie Transmission Fluid.
Harlan pulls out another pair of sunglasses, different from the first, and is now a different guy, which is, again, a hilarious remark on the fact that Timmy No Breaks is a leather jacket, an accent, and some sunglasses.
Yeah. So that's me. So you gotta be original. You gotta
You're
have
Timmy
original.
No Breaks.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
Charlie Transmission Fluid.
Yeah, very improv of you. Yeah, way to yes and, Tim. No, see, that's me.
yeah, but it's so close. You know.
Yeah, it's so close. Exactly. That's his point. You understand that you're insulting yourself. anyone can do this, put on the leather jacket and the sunglasses and have a hilarious East Coast asshole. It's not, you're not brilliant for being the guy that did that on Kill Tony first. And Harlan is making it inescapably clear to you and to us what a hack you are.
People are going to see you and they're going to be like, that guy's stealing Timmy No Breaks his bit.
No, they won't. That's Harlan Williams. You're a nobody.
No, Andrew Dice Clay is.
Yeah.
And that's coming from me.
Oh.
I don't know what less than a nobody is. I'm like negative people.
He stole my entire act, and I don't want to see another person do that. I know, that's exactly how I felt.
Dice.
Fucking prick.
He's my dad, so it kind of makes sense. But
Half-assed canon that he's going to abandon as soon as it could be explored in any way. Because again, if you're trying to make a character, they have to be properly motivated. This I shouldn't have to say, Tim. But you need to have proper motivation. And often, the way to portray that, or at least accomplish that in your own head, is to establish backstory, canon. Something that you know, maybe you don't say it outwardly, but like you being Dice's estranged son would be a fantastic angle. It would be a really, really funny way for you to explore different comedic avenues and narrative nuance. Well, he's my dad, and so I blah, 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 blah. Well, who was the mom? Were you raised around him? Like, no, it's just in the genes. Oh, like you could have so much to play with if you would just decide on a thing and run with it. But they didn't teach you that at Groundlings, huh?
Okay.
It's just something you pick up from.
So he's my father, but yeah, he was like, you're successful. I can do that. And he started, I think that guy started,
So yeah, again, he's fucking up his own fucking canon here. So now Dice stole his act, but also is his dad.
2 weeks ago, he just started doing my act.
Okay, so what if...
I think my problem here is that I'm expecting this to be good. And I don't ever want to change that. Right? I want to go, that's good faith, right? I want to go into every Critical Weeks like, I might love this. And someday I will. Someday I'll find something. Beth Stelling's a great example. Very pleasantly surprised. Didn't really like the second half of the special. It was very like girl fluids stuff. But the writing in the first half was such a pleasant surprise. I walked away a fan of Beth Stelling. So it has happened, okay? It has happened. And I go into all of these with the exact same mentality, even if I don't like a guy. Sure, that will always be true, kind of bubbling under the surface, but I try to make that surface some objectivity, some form of like, okay, I don't like this about this person, but maybe their writing is solid. It's just so often that these people disappoint us.
If I'm Charlie Transmission, but I'm Asian,
That is original.
Oh, Charlie Transmission, how you doing, funny guy?
That's funny. Keep going.
You wanna rock?
See, he's just frozen in place. That's funny. Keep going.
You wanna walk and roll or what?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
You wanna go down?
Yes, and. That's not yes, and. That's just yes.
Down to Koreatown, get some barbecue shrimp, fun guy?
Yeah, you gotta make it
I love Harlan.
more racist, though. You're kind of tiptoeing around it.
Fun guy want honey garlic shrimp, put on his girlfriend, put crazy glue on her face, and...
Oh, very, very funny. So he continues with Charlie Transmission fluid.
Stomp the sprinkler, and then we stomp your wife's face. Funny fun guy, fun?
Yes.
It's like hilariously like, but again, this is a good example of someone who is capable of being funny in ways that aren't intentionally hackneyed. And so it's funny to hear him do hack. It's funny to listen to Harlan do these like very clearly over the top voices. He's already demonstrated, even in this like little bit of satire, has demonstrated that he is thrice the performer and writer that Timmy has showed us to be.
Kind of Asian and it's kind of Indian. You kind of put them both together. You have an act now.
How do you make people learn so quick?
So
Who are you? What are you? Why are you?
Why do you help people learn so quick? Oh, it's almost like there's nothing to it.
everything I do, I've just kind of picked. I played in the NBA. Everything I've done, I pick something up.
See, if he was any kind of writer, it would bother him that he doesn't have that backstory. Sure, he's like an improv guy, but again, that feels to me like he's hiding behind, I have a background in improv. He's using that as an excuse to not write anything. And I don't even mean write it down. I mean when you're sitting on the fucking bus or whatever it is you do, when you're riding your bird scooter around in your fucking leather jacket. Like, think about it. What do I want for Timmy Nobre? Even like, you don't even have to try to be good about it. Just have some semblance of a backstory. So when the silence falls and you feel that impulse to talk, you're not just, oh, well, I mean, yeah, I used to play for the NBA, blah, blah, blah. Have that be a part of your canon and then develop it a little bit. And then allow improv and riffing to flesh that out so it's not so bare bones. You don't even have bones, Brett. The goddamn zygote.
And I just
Speaking of zygotes, shout out Delphic Valador.
immediately just get it.
I'm kidding. He's a bad friend. He's not watching this.
It's something like a sixth sense, you know. So if I picked up that maraca,
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Well, let's skip ahead just to a random spot. See if there's anything else we can milk out of this, because I wish so badly that I was walking away from this loving Timmy No Breaks still. That is irreparably changed.
Oh, I still got.
I've seen too much. And that's because he showed us too much. He couldn't say no to all those new followers and subscribers. That way he can run ads. Oh, and it's not like with me where I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers so I can go live. He doesn't want to make his show or his performance or his art any better. He doesn't want to refine anything that he's doing. He just wants to gobble up all of the attention and all the following and all the ad revenue that he can very quickly. So that when people realize, like, this is a sham, he's long gone and he already got that bag, much like me.
I slammed in a minivan door at the Glendale Galleria Park.
I am kind of a get that bag sort of guy. Like, you don't want to know where I got this money. People got fucking hurt.
was it intentional or accidental?
No, there was a kid falling out of a minivan, and I ran up to catch the kid, and one of the other kids slammed the minivan door right on my St. John, St. Peter, Holy Mary, Holy Lamb of the Hosts, and
that's
wham.
right. Whenever you see a kid, you get erect, and it becomes a liability.
Now let's not go there because I don't.
Yeah, see, he took it to the umpteenth of how crass a person can be. Wouldn't that be crazy?
I've never seen a kid.
You didn't see the child?
No, I meant it.
I love that he put his sunglasses back on. When did that happen? Let's go back to that moment. Because he was rocking no shades for a while. I feel like Harlan kind of pointed out how dumb that is, which cracks me up.
It's my curse and it's my gift.
I'm tempted to hand you that maraca to me, No Breaks.
I don't think you want to see it.
You play some maraca? Do you actually have some talent? Mama! Timmy No Break sucks.
You want to see it?
I would, if you don't.
Shaker.
Don't mind, because I'm learning here.
I've never played the maracas.
For a guy who's only been doing this.
I have, bitch.
Just 2 weeks. Well, here we go, folks. This is all unscripted. Holy shit. Did you just throw it upside down? Are you...
Yet again, a demonstration of look how not talented I am. He's the best at being untalented, I'll give him that. You're completely unimpressive in every way you've tried to demonstrate, and I agree with you.
Johnny Sparkplugs. Red Pope.
You're not good at improv, you're not good at stand-up, your characters are 2D at best. Your character, the one character you've showed us, is 2D at best. Unless this other Harlan, William Harlan character was one of yours, in which case...
Poetry to Jimmy No Breaks. Or even Timmy No Breaks.
Hey.
I have a cinnamon journal
So Harlan's busting out what appears to be, again, hey. That's his response. Hey.
Read poetry to Jimmy No Break.
Harlan just put on these big obnoxious sunglasses like they were his cheaters.
Or even Timmy No Breaks.
Hey.
I have a
good one, Timmy. Hey.
Cinnamon journal, and I wrote you a poem.
It wasn't even like, He just didn't know. He doesn't know how to... But I thought that these characters were better because they aren't cartoonish. What happened? I thought that these were people you could really believe were people. Or, wait a minute. Or Adam Ray's takes bad too.
Okay, let's hear it.
But I have to... Well, I'm old, so now I gotta put on my...
You know who I bet likes Adam Ray? My hero. He seems like an Adam Ray guy. One of the only comics still keeping it real in the Austin scene.
My real glasses. Where are my...
What did I watch? Yesterday he came out with something. Redact put something out, and I don't think I hated it. I remember being like, I think I liked it even. And that's not the first time that's ever happened. Happens every time. I think he's brilliant.
Real glasses, here they are.
Solid writer, and his takes are gold.
All right, let's see it.
Sucks being it.
That's why I made my fan art.
100.
I know.
But even though I don't have the right glass, think of me as Johnny Sparkplugs reading a poem to his buddy Timmy No Break.
I'm going to close my eyes so that I can imagine that.
Wow, way to yes and.
How about you go all the way and close your mouth?
See, that's just hard. Like, again, that's a great example of just being funny. It's not like, oh, I took a lot of time to go out of my way to be like, do this thing, or blah, blah, blah. It's just, it's not back-breakingly hilarious. I'm not floored by it, but at least he's like throwing out funny little things as the podcast goes. Versus Tim Stiefler, who goes, you know.
Okay, this one time I'll close my mouth for you. Even though you were begging for me to open my mouth earlier.
Because gay stuff, you see.
Timmy No Breaks, fast and loose. A train on fire. A flaming douche. Suck a cabbage. Suck a moose. Drive a Tesla up your old caboose.
I love fucking Harlan Williams, dude.
Timmy No Breaks, tough as nails.
See, this is a great example of satire. This is dumb, and he knows it's dumb, but he took the time to write it and is performing it with commitment. Rather than being like, poems is so stupid, but I am going to read you this poem I wrote, but it's dumb. It's like, he knows it's dumb. That's the point. You got to play the character. It's not even a character. This is just like a throwaway bit that Harlan's doing. And it's funnier than anything Tim's even considered.
Eats his meals out of garbage pails. Snap your spine so you can sniff your ass.
Oh, it's really funny because Dice does poems. And Tim doesn't even have the talent to pull that off. Fucking can't even pull off Hickory Dickory Dock, bro.
Go to a Shell station and suck some gas. Tough guy, bad
Timmy did this. That was pretty funny.
boy.
First time you've made me laugh since you gay.
King of pain.
God, what a 180 I've done on this dude.
Skid mark in your...
I've literally, in a list of, like, solid comedians from Kill Tony, I have listed him, and that was foolish of me to do. It was a bad take from Critical Leaks.
Anti-stain. Anger.
Again, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I thought Tim Stiefler was talented. I was wrong.
Madness in your brain. He likes his toast to be multi-grain. Ho, hey, ho, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey.
So, you know, Harlan's got to go way over the top because Tim's giving him nothing. He's not even being a good guest. But like you should have already had a reaction to this. What, you're just going to let him keep floundering here? Tim is seriously sitting there looking rigid and going...
Ow!
Oh, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not a very, very self-conscious guy with a ton of anxiety who knows I'm a hack and I'm fucking feel like I'm getting away with something and I know it can't possibly last. I love this because everything that he does with those, everything Harlan does with those sunglasses, now he's kind of going, hey, oh. Everything he does with those sunglasses on is making fun of Timmy No Breaks, and I think that's very funny.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's from me to you.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you. That was.
And Tim's smart enough to know that's what's happening. But he's not smart enough to rebuke in any way. He's just kind of taking it in front of all of us.
Beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, that was beautiful. I could beat that, but that was beautiful.
You could.
He could beat that. Oh, Harlan's calling him out.
Beat that?
Oh yeah.
Please.
Oh, I'm not going to, because, like, that'd be heck.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Shells crack in steam dreams. I see a comfort. I could see comfort me in me boca. It was clam poetry.
You see what I mean? Like, don't do it if you don't have it, man. Like, I could do better than that. It's like, for a brief second, I was like, holy shit, is he gonna do this? Go back and watch my face. You can see my eyes soften temporarily.
Shells crack in steam dreams. I see a comfort. I could see comfort me in
I see in comfort. I could see comfort me.
me boca.
It's clam poetry. Okay.
Clam poetry.
Clam.
That's probably one of Tim Stiefler's actual jokes.
No,
Like
not
seafood?
yeah, not slam. Clam.
Whoa!
What's clam poetry?
So that's not a riff.
It's poetry about clams.
Okay, well, how about this? Wallop, wallop in the air, shallop, shallop everywhere. Who are thee, thy, thou, thee, thy? Schwallop, schwallop, sea scallop.
That's pretty good.
So if you,
Yeah. Harlan is just so clearly making fun of him. I love that for us.
you're gonna do clam shit, bro, I'm gonna step up and do scallop stuff.
Okay,
It is the superior seafood.
let's do this.
Whoa.
Paid. I'm a made.
Oh boy.
I'm a made man without a dade.
I guess I'll give it to him for trying. I literally feel bad for him now. Not for the things I've said. I stand behind all of that. I was right. But just this guy who has to just flounder and try to scrape his way into just getting to the end of this podcast when he's so very clearly out of his depth.
I raid everybody with Raid hairspray. I have AIDS.
Groundlings. Let's give it up for Second City's trainee, Tim Stiefler. Oh, God. All right, a little bit more of this, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll give my summary thoughts.
Would
I'll also score that special, but
you say that again?
only because he technically called it a comedy special.
Yeah, I'll do it exactly word for word. Paid, made. I'm a made man.
Oh, God.
I got raid. I'm gonna spray you with the paid in the blade.
Can was right there, dog. No, you know what? You make me sad, Duck, Tim.
I have AIDS.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna try.
I wouldn't.
How do you, like,
See, even Harlan is like, man, this guy's dragging me down alongside him.
in all seriousness, I know we've been goofing around.
I've been serious this whole time. I didn't know you were goofing.
How do you do this stuff?
Yeah, tell us, Timmy. How do you pull it off?
Like, where did that come
He's gonna say something like, "I was just born talented."
from? The genius, the comedy, how does you, the engine? What?
Do you want me to be totally honest with you?
Please.
I've never said this on camera.
Oh boy, I guarantee this is going to be interesting.
I am the son of God.
I hadn't seen that, by the way. Wasn't that almost to quote what I said?
Which one?
Vishnu.
Vishnu?
Vishnu is the one with
Oh God. Okay. I maybe it's a fool's errand. We're gonna keep looking for a good spot to end, but I think given the nature of Tim Stiefler's body of work, that's just not. He's not going to leave us with anything satisfying.
18 arms.
By the way, go watch all these appearances so you could tell me if I'm off base here, but I'm not.
Oh my God.
I'm actually Hindu.
You must masturbate like crazy.
My dad masturbates me with 18 arms.
His dad. Oh, because now his dad isn't Dice anymore. It's this Vishnu fella. Like, again, because it would be hard. It's harder to track the canon of a character you're actually trying to make and remember those things you've established. The podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern is a great example of using improv to build canon and using improv as a tool for world building, and then like loosely honoring those things, because then your fans, people who have watched you from one appearance to another, we're in on that inside joke of like, oh shit, like that's right, Dice, he just told us in this other podcast that Dice is his dad. And if I'm honest, that could be the workaround for this whole overexposure thing, especially in his case, specifically his case. Have a backstory and then let little bits of that backstory out on each show so that we're always gaining something new about the character and we don't just get sick of the same fucking hack like, hey, I got jerked off by my dad, who is this guy in this particular case. It's like the reason you're running aground is because them are shallow waters, me hearty. Anyway, I'm not going to keep hoping that he's going to find some way to be brilliant. I'm just going to go ahead, play some reggae, and share my cursory thoughts here. Not so cursory, I guess. Just going to share my thoughts in summation. Tim was great when it was just him on Kill Tony, when the character itself was just a balloon animal of the things that were, quote, wrong with the show. The things that other people make fun of the show for. Him asking Tony, like, what are your favorite hobbies? You know, like, what's the coolest thing you've ever done? You know, go. Like, that's funny because it's all within the context that character was set up to be funny in. It was well designed in that way, and it was ballsy for him to go up because despite me protesting earlier, there weren't a lot of characters that were going up as far as, like, being on the show, not as a panelist. It was brave. It was an act of bravery for him to do that and go all in with that character. So I commend him for that. And had he stayed, again, in his lane, stuck to being a Kill Tony guy, then I'd still like him. I'd still be all about it. It wouldn't matter that he was poorly developed, underprepared, still working on what makes him as a person funny. That would all be like, yeah, because that's what Kill Tony is for. You kind of got a development deal in today's modern age, where now you know whenever you have something good and funny, you can bring it on this show where millions of people will see it. But Tim got way out ahead of himself. I think he thought he was bigger than the character Timmy No Breaks. He thinks he's funny. He thinks he's a star. And he's not. Yet. I think that had he gone, stuck to the Kill Tony thing, and I'll even, in good faith, say that I don't think it's over for Timmy No Breaks. I think that if he pumps the brakes, LOL, and stops insisting that we see this same version of the same guy, if he stops going on other podcasts, he takes a while to just disappear and work on your other characters in fucking Austin. You know who would love to see Tim Stiefler show up as a different character? Is everyone in Austin. They would all be like, oh, damn, cool. Like, they would be a part of it. You could help develop that character, but you're not interested in doing that. You're not interested in developing any of these characters, or Timmy No Breaks would have some semblance of a through line, but he doesn't. He's just the guy that says the most crass thing, and then when Tim Stiefler remembers, Timmy No Breaks gets offended when people don't laugh at things that he says that aren't funny. I think he has a chance. I think that this character came from somewhere. I think that if he's going to be workshopping a new character, he needs the help of his friend that came up with the name Timmy No Breaks. Otherwise, I think he's kind of boned in that way. Because he showed us that he's not a clever guy. He doesn't have the personality or the jokes. He doesn't have the material that he can't stand on his own. We've watched that. We've watched him try. We watched Harlan softball this, like, play with him. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm doing this guy. Have him come back at me. But as soon as Harlan started doing Johnny Spark Plug, Tim got scared. Because Tim lacks the chutzpah, the spine, the talent, the experience, the know-how, the moxie to chop heads with the big dogs, even though he keeps insisting on putting himself in those positions. This has been stressful. It has been disappointing. But most importantly, it has been critical leaks. And in the meantime, be nice. We'll see you next week. See you in the next one. We had a great time. Who wants money? You guys want some money? Precious money. Oh, I had the bag and I threw it. Oh, God. There's bag everywhere. Oh, no. I'm kidding. Everyone have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. That's the good stuff. Please subscribe. We will see you next week. Goodbye.